When we last left off, the party, I keep wanting to say the heroes, but
Damn.
we've killed a lot of people and been to jail.
We're still heroes.
I think
We're
everyone
heroes
has
to
been to jail now.
You haven't.
We're heroes
We're
to
just-
Keegan.
Oh, you have. Right. I
We're
forgot you
just
been to
locked
jail.
up. What do you mean?
I wonder if that. Okay. There's a weird sentiment that I want to say that doesn't count as jail. Even
Who's
though,
locked-
I guess
who's
a
locked
better way to
up?
say it is everyone's been locked in a
Imprisoned.
imprisoned. Yes. Oh no! Wait. I don't think Azura's been locked up. The one person who knows.
She
Well,
was
maybe
with
she
She
has.
was
She knows
with
what an
them.
asylum is.
She ate all the meat.
I'm not in jail.
She was
Oh,
just
right.
unconscious
He
or
was
something.
unconscious. I don't know if Azura knows they've been locked.
Am I in jail?
Not anymore.
Oh,
So when we last left off, you fucking killed that gnome. You killed the guy. You returned from killing Santa. You then re-met with the gnome who you realized did not have the dog that he said. And largely, most of what he was saying was bullshit. He was going to pay you and then be on his merry way, but you decided to off him nonetheless. You dispatched, I think, one of his mages and then him, letting the other. Maybe I don't think you killed any of the mages. I think
No,
you
we didn't
just
kill
killed the
any
boss.
mages.
Yeah, and without an employer to sign their checks, they decided it wasn't worth it and they left. And eventually, you carried on to Caer Dinerval. I said Caer Conic for a lot of sessions because my notes were backward. It is Caer Dinerval that you're at. I'm gonna stretch the map. Seem like you're further back. After arriving in Caer Dinerval, the party separated into two groups. Those who were tasked with delivering the sledge full of items, one of which Anne acquired without telling the group until they were practically here at the door. And the other group, who was not tasked with the sledge, went off to the nearby tavern functioning inn, the one that's working, to acquire information, get a lay of the land. On one side of the table, those that went with the sledge, being Cassian, Torian, and Azura, were promptly brought into the Caer, having the items that they've brought with them, quote-unquote items, offloaded and checked for thievery, skullduggery, or otherwise foul play, seeing as that they were not the usual delivery people. Mostly everything went fine. They just needed to get them acquainted with the top brass to make sure, faces were remembered and due checks were done. They met with the top brass, Kadroth, a tiefling leader of this group of individuals occupying the cult. They're occupying the fort. Later revealed to be part of the cult, Knights of the Black Sword, worshippers of Levistus. There's a plane going over my house. Bluef will take it back.
There's one going over my house too.
God.
Delta 759.
I don't. How do you know that? Are you guessing? Anyway. Kadroth welcomed them to a slight feast as he heavily inquired as to who they were, why they were the ones making the delivery, and as to whether or not anything was missing, or why something was missing. Because, in fact, one object was missing, and that is enough to rouse suspicion in Kadroth, who is a very meticulous man. Azura, having horked down the feast, fully succumbed to the poison and knocked out. Fell asleep, not died. Cassian, who only nibbled at the food, also succumbed to the poison, though not for nearly as long, waking up much sooner than Azura. Azura, who is still currently, I think, asleep. Torian, not touching the food in fear that it might be a trap, watched his two friends lose consciousness as Kadroth called in the guards and gave him an ultimatum: either surrender quietly, or we can do this the hard way. Torian decided to surrender quietly, as they were all escorted to the dungeon. Cutting back over into town in the tavern nearby, the rest of our crew, what was he served? He served soup, right? Stew?
Chowder.
Chowder, right. We're feasting on some homemade chowder by the resident tavern owner. I forget what
Bastard.
it was. That Anne calls a bastard. And heavily inquiring as to the whereabouts of the Knights of the Black Sword, thus raising the heckles of everyone in the bar. After dissuading them and revealing that she too was affiliated with the cult, the mood around the place became much lighter, not as watched or heavy. They inquired about where they can speak to the cult, and whether they can this and that. Oh, speak to the leaders, I believe. And then they were directed to the care. They arrived at the care. They met with Kadroth himself, explained who they were in a very similar fashion, now that I'm looking back at it, from how the tavern and inquired about their friends who had come here earlier. Kadroth admitted, yes, they had been here and they had been detained due to suspicious activities. Kadroth joined Group B, we'll call the B team, rescuing the A team from their imprisonment, and they have all gone their separate ways now. I believe Anweir and Lonan are in the library. I think Cassian and Torian were pissed off at the situation, or at least Cassian was, and they left the care to go back into town. Snorp was moved by some of Anne's words and decided to make her a gun. And what is this? And Thavia took Azura to rest, and I guess while she was still out. Let's cut over to bro. Kitty, shut the fuck up.
Okay, Diva.
Dude, there's a kid across my street who just goes,
I can hear him.
I fucking hate it, dude.
Oh my god.
Like, if he can't help it, that's one thing. But, bro, it's always when I'm doing something. It's never the rest of the day. It's like he can feel it. At first, I thought it was like a bird or like a dog or something, but it's a little too consistent, if you get what I mean. Anyway, we're going to cut over to Torian and Cassian. You guys are heading back into town. I don't really have a great map of the town, super detailed, but I can show you what it looks like. We will say that this is you guys for now. You're here. You have the uphill climb, which is the kind of inn and tavern that the others were at. And then we have the rest of the town. We have over here Denev's Rest, which is the dilapidated tavern that is not in use anymore. A ruined watchtower, a series of docks that are seldom in use. They're mostly used for ice fishing rather than actual lake transit or, a lot of like trawling or fishing like that, due to the lake being pretty thoroughly frozen over. And there are a couple of other amenities around. Yes. Do you have a heading?
I think he's just pissed off. Like, Cassian's still a little irked off, but he would probably he'd be heading towards the inn that they passed to relax more. Okay, why no pull? Hello?
Is that going?
Yeah, it's going.
Awesome. All right. So, Cassian, you are heading to the inn that they were at?
Yeah.
Right. Torian, I assume you're just going with Cassian? Or do you have a place that you also want to stop or check out?
No, I'll just go with Cassian.
All right, you guys head into the uphill climb. It's a little bit, it's pretty easy going downhill to it. You enter and you see a scene largely similar to what the others saw when they were in here. Just people going about their business. Some people look like they're here on lunch. Some people look like they're regulars here enjoying like a day off. You have some people that look like I don't want to call them like, they don't look like adventurers per se, but they look like expeditioners, we'll call them. Like they just survey, like scouts, or I don't want to say scouts because that sounds a little too militaristic, but they sound like watchmen. They just like, they're looking at like the notice board being like, I see this in the north, blah, 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 blah. Maybe we should check that out. And then you see like the tavern owner who's still very like, he's stirring this pot of chowder. Looks like he's set up a new one, serving drinks occasionally. But other than that, he's just kind of like keeping like an eye on the room as he sees you two come in, as he sees an elf and a giant lion walk in the door.
Cassian's just gonna walk up to like any two open spaces on the bar and just ask for any drink. Literally anything.
How much you paying?
I'll put down. I think he wouldn't really care. You'd just put down like a gold one.
Oh, you see that instead of giving you a better quality of drink, he gives you a better, like a bigger quantity of it. And instead of like the usual mug size, he just kind of pulls up like a small barrel and it's got its own little tap on it and puts it there. And it's just like, just came in.
I'll kind of move it to the middle of both me and Torian and then just grabbing a drink from it.
I'm forgetting.
Cassian
Did
is-
we establish that you're a lightweight?
Yes.
Are you trying to get sloshed right now, or are you just...
I remember that.
I think he's kind of hesitant. Like you can see he's kind of. You can see Cassian's visibly still like stressed and just kind of annoyed. I think I'll just stare at like the drink for at least like a couple seconds and then take a swig.
Torian?
I still do want to roll the like.
Oh yeah,
if
good.
I-
Absolutely. I was gonna wait for Torian to sit down and see what he does before I can see how many shots you're able, or not shots, but like glasses you're able to get out of it. But yeah, go ahead, roll con save. Con save.
Okay, 21.
21. You're doing fine. It's not like the mead from before. The mead was delicious. It's kind of like when you've got too much, like it's kind of like when alcohol is too fruity, you can't tell how much alcohol you're actually drinking. This is almost entirely, it's piss. This is like just like, it's just really crude ale. So it's very easy for you to like kind of like retch at it a little bit and be like, right? It's easy to pace my. So you're doing fine.
Gotcha.
Torian, what are you doing as you walk in?
I'll just sit with Cassian and pour myself a drink.
You do so.
After I finish mine, Cassian would just put his face in his, like his hands in his face, kind of like and go.
See the hell's eating you?
I'm just annoyed.
It would explain the large keg of ale you bore. Is it women? Or men? I don't judge.
Way.
Not in that way.
Just can't believe he's just like trying to get the words out, but he's just so, I guess not. He's just tired of everything right now. Ever since I got here, man, everything I felt like has been just going wrong. Ugh.
That's normal. You know, this place embodies things going wrong. It's the point of this place. She's not the god of sledding down hills and cheerful, gatherings of folk. She's the embodiment of winter's wrath. Things are hard here.
Yeah. And then I kind of like raised my prosthetic arm and put it on the table and like, well, it's already the souvenir I got from this place. If I hadn't...
Oh, yes. We're no stranger to those. Phil, show him. And you see that this guy, one of the guys in the corner turns around, and he's got his arm, but you see that instead of yours, which is made of wood, his is like fully made of like rock. It's just like rocks on a bunch of hinges, and there's like strings inlaid in those rocks that attach to his tendons in his arm and just move the arm slightly. Janet, you as well. You see that the whole side of her face is porcelain, as if the frost just ate at the skin, and the only way to fix it is to seal it off with porcelain like that. You're in the right place if you're worried about that. You're among friends here. I myself, he lifts up one of his boots. He doesn't take his shoe off, but he's like, all 5 toes, fully prosthetic.
Well, that's, I mean, at least... Cheers to that, I guess. And I just drink more to another con.
Make a con save?
Yeah.
Are you downing it or you nurse?
Downing it.
Right, disadvantage.
Hell yeah. Nat 1.
That one. What happens to you?
I think I just get extremely drunk. I just like, oh yeah.
Dorian, you're watching your friend here go through it. He's got the phantom pain in his arm, and yeah. And I think to an extent you might be able to sympathize with it in a way. You didn't lose an arm and have to get a prosthetic one in the same sense that he did, but perhaps a prosthetic identity, a prosthetic self, in a weird roundabout way. If there's anything you guys want to do while you're in.
I think not particularly. I might I kind of maybe mumbling to myself. I'm like, I shouldn't have just stayed up earlier.
All right. We'll leave you guys there for now, and we will cut back to the care. We will cut over to Anwar and Lonan in the library. You two were looking at books last I remember. I believe, Anwar, you were looking for stuff on the Vistus.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't remember what that was. Lonan helping you with that, or was she looking for something in particular?
I was looking for oral related things.
Oral related things, right. And I gave you information about her whereabouts, where that likely is. And then remind me what I told you guys. I have my notes here, but I don't remember how much of it I gave you.
I was specifically looking for like information on where she hangs out and like possible weaknesses. Which obviously no one has really said that. If she has any like major weaknesses.
I think I did give you something.
He says something about a membrane.
Whoa.
So what I said about the membrane was that there is a membrane. Right, I told you that there is a membrane around the primaterial plane, which
Yeah.
prevents certain entities like deities or devils or so on and so forth, certain heightened existences from entering the primaterial plane. So, including Oral. Oral should not be able to be, but she is. So that's something to be interested in. I think I was also got into a little bit talking about domain.
Yeah.
I explained how you come to the realization that if this was her domain, she wouldn't have had to stumble upon you guys in Targos and then decide you guys being here is concerning. People like you being here is concerning. Let's get rid of you. If this was her domain, the second you arrived here, she would have known it. So I think there's a question lingering of just, she's been in this place for almost 100 years, probably over 100 years at this point. Why is it not her domain? Is something preventing it? Can it not be her domain? What's with it? Certainly treats it like it is. But there's a certain dissonance. So I think that's something to invest. I think I also gave you the information that when she rides and like when she flies and casts her like snowstorm, she always comes from the west.
Yeah.
So I think you also have. I think accounts from all over have her coming from the.
There was something about. Was it like religion checks having to do with Oral? I get advantage or something.
Yes, I will say you can have religion checks surrounding with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you just have this book on you so you can reference it. Am I cutting out?
A bit.
God damn it.
Mic
This
crooked?
fucking mic.
Hold it to your mouth. Nope.
Like this. Like this. Like that, boys.
I hate it here. Why do I even speak?
All right, and then Anne, you were inquiring about Levistus. Do you remember what I told you about him?
Basically she gleamed that like Levistus is like MO is to help people that are like pretty much just dying in the snow and like in they're pretty terrible situations, and you know she was just in a cage. It wasn't like she was dying, so she was like kind of an outlier, an exception type of thing.
Right. So what I think I told you is that you saw like a summary of how he got stuck in that block of ice.
Right.
He betrayed Asmodeus and in turn was betrayed by the guy who was supposed to be helping him uprising Asmodeus. Asmodeus punished him by sealing him in that block of ice and imposing certain rules on him. He is only allowed to reach out to those who are freezing to death and in similar situations to freezing to death or undergoing betrayal or something like that. Or not undergoing, but freezing to death and similar situations. However, you know that none of those situations apply to you, so he broke the rules when reaching out to you.
Right.
You also know that this is basically the stronghold he was telling you about at certain points. This is like the assets he has in this area. This is where they make their place. So contacting him here might be easier and more effective than in other places if you ever wanted to contact. Um,
Open your.
is there anything you two are doing?
Besides reading?
Mm-hmm. I'll say I'm trying to get like a checklist going so that we can bounce around. Be like, y'all are doing this, y'all are doing that. We can make sure that this is undergoing the way. If it's something we can resolve now, it's something we can resolve now. Otherwise, we can go over. I'll give you time to think about it, and we'll go over to Thavia and Azura.
I feel like Anne would be like reading, but like in a way that like a delinquent would, where she's like reading, but she's distracted by. She's looking around. She's looking at Lonan. She.
Delinquent. I do
Not
that.
paying attention in school.
Yeah.
But delinquent.
Yes, delinquent. You're a delinquent.
But no, I just have ADHD. I swear.
And it's just not very interested in books.
Lonan, can you read this for me?
Lonan, what does this word mean?
That's the.
It means you are stupid.
Boy, this book's full of insults.
Oh my god.
It says it every third sentence. Is there anything Lonan is following up? Like, you get the book, you read on it. I'll say that you guys are doing this for about a couple hours. And you guys can you'll be like watched as you're doing stuff. You're not fully like trusted yet, but you guys largely have your run of the place. This is essentially a bastion.
I did want her to look up two more kind of related things.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly, like, she wants to know if there is like word of any factions that have existed that are like actively trying to oppose her or have tried to actively oppose her in the past, and also has anyone tried to confront her, and if they did and they most likely failed, what did they do that caused them to fail?
You give me. We'll do a check for both. You can give me investigation or history for the first one. And for the second one, I will say you can give me history or religion.
Okay. Did you say investigation for the first one?
For the first one, it's either history or investigation. And for the second one, it's either history or religion.
Oh my god. A nat 1 on investigation. And... wait, do I get advantage if it's religion?
I will say sure.
Oh my god. Okay, 14 religion for the second one.
So, as you pull over these texts for a little bit, you kind of don't see anybody, like any records, historical records, at least from this area, of anyone opposing Oral. Or at least you don't see anything detailing in any way that suggests they're opposing Oral. You see maybe like a guy being like, no, I'm not, I don't, fighting against, like being made to take the walk and then trying to like fight against it. And so what they, people ended up doing is like tying him up and just sliding him out of town on a sled. And then you see records of just like little bits of rebellion against, like, not so much Oral themselves, but against Oral's followers, like the Tiger Tribe. You see just little like little excursions and stuff like that against them. And you see, I'll say you see some records that come up from maybe 30 years ago, something like that, involving somebody named, where is it? These tabs are very helpful on Obsidian, but I also have a lot of them now. Let me see. You see like military records of somebody named Boris Vale, who was in this area about 30 years ago or something like that. And you see a lot of what he was doing out here was defending the towns against, like, you see it lists that he came out here for a separate reason, but what he ended up doing was kind of bastioning against like there's a lot of orc barbarian activity out here. There isn't anymore after he was done. And you see that, but also on top of the orc barbarians, who were kind of not affiliated with anybody, there were a lot of clashes and beating back of like tribal incursions at the time. But those haven't happened since, but it's not like he snuffed out the Tiger Tribe of the Wolf. There's a lot of like his armies setting up like militias and like organizing town militias so the towns could help defend themselves, as well as fighting back against, like with his own men, fighting back against anytime that the Wolf Tribe were doing raid, or you see that like that's around the time that the Chardalyn Berserkers were also starting to like emerge, and you see that like there was talk of like him even like squaring off and deflecting like an incursion from the Tiger Tribe, which is like the head honchos. You have military records of that happening, not so much a confrontation with Auril.
Sure.
Which I think can tell you a couple of things, both about Auril and about it seems like Auril doesn't usually do confront. It's not so much like, oh, Auril came down and just fucking iced everybody who was like talking shit. It's more like, for whatever reason, Auril didn't come down and ice everybody, but maybe she sent her lackeys, or maybe it's just a matter of she didn't do anything and her lackeys are also. So, interesting relationship there. And then the other thing I will say on your religion, you don't get any historical records of this area listing that like, oh, there were people who fought back. But biblically, she has a beef with another minor deity who's kind of on her level. There are pantheon. And then if we had like a subcategory within a pantheon, like a box of people who are in the same group as each other, there'd be like certain elemental deities that represent the wrath of a certain element. And you know that Umberlee, who is like the unforgivingness of the sea, does not like Auril. There is beef. They have clashed before. They don't like it. And it's mostly Umberlee trying to fuck with fuck up Auril than it is both of them trying to fuck you. So it's not. It's more like any of Umberlee's attacks against Auril have been that. It's been an attack against Auril, and Auril's been on the defense. I'll say with your 14, it remains a little unclear to you whether or not Auril was on the back foot or was just like, no, I'm not gonna fight you, but I'm also not gonna let you hit me. So I'll defend myself when you're attacking, but I'm not gonna go at you. But if you come at me, then I'll do stuff. So it's unclear as to whether or not she was being like, on her back foot bullied, or if it's just like somebody's trying to square up and she then not to say she can't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And those are largely what you get from them. If you have any questions regarding any of the things that I said, you won't necessarily have to make a check about it. If you just want like any more thoroughness on any details.
I'll probably save it for later.
Okay.
You
But yeah,
know
you're
that
just
you
pouring
look
over
over
this-
Anne's slumped in her book.
Yeah, I was gonna say at this point I think she would like slam the book closed and just do like a long suffering sigh.
Thavia and Azura, you guys are in this kind of like offshoot. It looks like a barracks, almost like where like guards and watchmen would go to rest between shifts and stuff like that. And you've kind of just given the heavily drugged and poisoned Azura a cot here. As Azura, the poison finally starts to work through your system and you begin to wake up. Thavia's in the room with you.
You're up. How are you feeling?
What happened?
Oh,
Why do I feel like this? Help.
Yeah, Azura, your mouth is like dry.
I'm gonna go get her some water. I'm gonna get. Oh my god.
You get her some water. Like Autumn's mouth is also dry.
Like all I could think about are like when babies do like that cough and you don't know if they're gonna throw up or not. Like that's like where I'm at mentally right now in this moment.
She did eat a lot of poison.
Oh god. Can I bring a bucket with? I grabbed a bucket too. I'm bringing a bucket just in case.
Yeah, there's like a waste basket. There's like a waste basket in here.
The
Oh.
hairball noises.
Help.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna like step back a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. This is a grown woman. I am not getting thrown up on.
Yeah, she comes in with like a glass of water, and you down it. But you're a little woozy. It's kind of like waking up at the dentist after getting Novocaine.
Where are we? What happened?
I'm just gonna like explain it to her. Like Davia's gonna tell her like what's going on, what's happened. You ate a lot of poison. You know, it's almost like there was like 2 weeks worth of mold like entering into your body.
I think they kind of eyeballed the poison based off of Torian's mass. If he's like, well, we got to put someone that big to sleep, and we don't know which one he's going to eat, so let's just prepare that for everybody.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Honestly, observing the second biggest person here being put down for that long, it's probably a good thing that Cassian just kind of like nibbled at it, because I think if Cassian ate the whole thing, it would have killed him.
That's so great. I love that.
It's like a 5-year-old being
He
hit with
has
a horse
instincts, but not
tranquilizer.
great enough instincts.
Oh my god.
But yeah, you guys, you find yourself in these barracks. Is there anything you guys want to do? You guys can explore the place. If you need a reminder, I can tell you what kind of stuff there is in this area.
I know you said there's sick people. What else is going on in here?
Sick people.
Yeah, you said like for people that are sick, and are there not sick people, or is it just for for people that are sick?
I don't remember if I said there were sick people. I think I said that sometimes they will put sick people here.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember if I said there were. I'm gonna say that you guys are alone right
Okay. Then yeah, I would like to hear what in addition from previous is also in here, if that's okay.
Tells me. Or do I just have to look at it? I just look at it.
What?
Lovely. I love looking at it. Second tab. All right. You guys see that in this aria. Remember that.
Arya Stark.
Arya Stark.
I miss her.
So you guys see that you are currently in the barracks servants' quarters kind of area. It looks repurposed for the purposes of, for lack of a better word, standing army that's building. There's the main gate, the guard towers, there's an armory, the gatehouse. The Great Hall is kind of just outside the room that you guys are in right now. It's where Snorp is tinkering away. There are offices and other rooms throughout the place. You know that you've been in here, and here is the speaker's office that you were in previously. In fact, I can probably put on. Let's move you to Tokens Lair because everybody knows you're in there. They've already talked to you. There are different rooms, places for you to explore. There's a library. There's the under area. Until you guys kind of explore, like they've got basic stuff: storage, library, kitchen, armory, stuff that you would expect to find. And I don't know how to describe stuff that you might not expect to find. There's like people's rooms, but you don't know who people are. And then there are basically 3 layers to this place, I'll also say. So there's the layer you're on, which is the ground floor. There's the upper layer, and then it has a layer.
Okay.
So if you also want to just explore the place, you can also just see what's around. If you get a feel for anything, or if there's anything in particular that you're looking for, or anyone in particular that you've met so far that you want to talk to again, you can absolutely go into that.
Okay. Zara, what do you want to do? Because I'm thinking still. I'm pondering. Did they die?
No.
I'm just gonna check their pulse really quick. They just passed out after chugging all this water. I'm not a doctor.
Oh my god, she's
Autumn!
dead.
Oh my.
They caught her.
Well, I just don't know if they're.
If they walked away.
They drank
so I wanna
themselves
get
to
really
death.
loud.
Let's play a really loud sound.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mambo number 5.
Oh my god. Honestly, in that case, I'ma let her be sick. I'm gonna make my way and find a kitchen. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty myself. But I would like some sustenance. So I'm gonna where's the kitchen? There's no things for me to read.
Yeah, I know. Figure out how I can. Kitchen. It will be here.
Okay, perfect. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be that bitch and make food for all my friends.
Hell yeah.
You walk in. This kitchen reeks of fish. It's furnished with stone ovens, a fireplace for roasting skewers of meat, and boiling soups. Wood-blocked countertops. A portly cook busies himself at a table while a kettle belches steam Over a fire in the hearth. A kennel by the door holds a pair of goats.
There's live goat in there?
Not
Turns
for
around and says,
long.
Oh God.
Live goat.
Not in front of the vegetarian.
What do you think I'm a criminal? What kind of person eats a live thing?
Oh wait, there's a cook in there?
Yeah, he just told he's working and he turns around and
I
as you
was
say,
more
there,
focused
it's
on the
live,
goat.
It's live goat, and he turns around and says, "What?"
No, I was more so as me questioning you that there was a live, like two live
yes.
goats in there.
Yes, there are 2 live goats. In this room.
Okay. Yeah, no, I wasn't questioning it. I was making sure I heard it right, that they're in a kennel.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just
Oh my God.
well shit, they're alive. I'm gonna announce my presence to this person who's slaving away at the kitchen. Because I'm not rude, I'm just gonna be like, there's live goats in here. Disgusting. But
All right, get out.
no.
I don't tell you how to run your kitchen.
I'm gonna ask if it's okay if I can whip up some food alongside them for my friends as well, if that's okay with them.
What, the fancy my food? By all means, by all
Wait.
means.
You cut out a little bit. What did you say?
What, they're not fans of my food?
No, I just
By all
wanted
means,
to.
by all means, come in, do it better.
I just
He goes
wanted
back
to.
doing what he's doing.
I just wanted to do something nice for my friends.
No, I know. More power to you.
Okay.
As he's just dicing up a bunch of potatoes, flicks them into the pot of like soup.
Damn, I was gonna make soup. That's all I got. That's all I'm thinking about right now is making food.
Bake pancakes. Bake pancakes.
You get to make that call.
Oh, I'm gonna say yes then.
Okay. Give me a performance check. You can add your proficiency. I don't think your character sheet's going to say that you have proficiency in cooking, but we'll say that you do because why not?
Okay.
You're an adult woman. You can say that you know how to cook.
Yeah, you've had my food before, motherfucker. Anyway.
I haven't had Thavia's.
Wait. True. You're right. You're right.
What if Thavia was really good at barbecue and now doesn't do meat anymore and doesn't really know how to do the other stuff?
Well,
oh
then.
my God.
No. There's a plan for that. There is a plan for that. Okay? Just like you can barbecue meat, you can throw a bunch of veggies on a skewer and throw that on the grill too.
Bro, I fucking hate barbecue veggies.
Beep. Anyway, performance. 21, bitch.
21.
Get me in that kitchen.
What kind of soup do you think you're making? They've got a lot of root vegetables here just because it's so cold.
Okay, so what other kind of meats are there? Because listen, just because she's a vegetarian doesn't mean everyone else has to suffer with her.
There's goat meat.
What a gem.
We're making goat stew with veggies, some bread, and then she gon' make herself a small little pot of just some veggie.
Like you make a veggie soup and then just like
throw meat in there,
some
yeah.
of it off to the side for yourself and then add them.
Yeah,
It's weird that you're okay to work with meat. How do you think Thavia feels in this? Like being
messing with it? Oh, I was
Yeah.
gonna say she has like because obviously they weren't like, like the medical mask like way back in the day or whatever, like in my
Right.
mind. But like one of those claws that are like tied
A bandana.
around her, like bandana tied around her mouth and her nose because
you
like
come in here with a full like doctor's mask.
she has like a fucking hazmat suit on at this point, dog. Like whatever that
got, like-
equivalent is. She
You
has
got
a
like
full
big wool gloves like that are usually used for like picking up the hot pot off the fire. You're using that to cut and prepare the meat. It's very difficult to cut and prepare meat with those kinds of gloves on. I'll say with your 21 check, you're still managing to do it.
Oh man, I was thinking like a full like metal suit of armor for this.
You want to don a suit of armor?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You can. Go take a
No,
piss
no,
up there
no,
and be
no,
like,
no.
I need to
She's-
cook something with meat in it. Could I borrow a full suit of?
No, she's a bitch, not a pussy. She can deal with the wool gloves.
You're doing these wool gloves. You got this like face mask on as you're preparing all of this meat, and this chef is kind of like side eyeing you as you're doing a really good job preparing it. But then he'll look at your face sometimes. You're just making this like squirming, like I don't want to touch it sort of deal, and he's just. There's a weird like dissonance between how skilled you are at doing it and how much you don't like doing it. And he's like, "Huh, you're right there, lass. Need a hand?"
No, I'm okay. It's fine, thank you.
You seem a little beside yourself. Your skill suggests you've done it before, but your face suggests you'd rather die.
You're right.
Yeah, like that, Shan.
Wait, let me see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat, but I'm not gonna make everyone else eat like me because I'm like that. So I'm just
Oh,
pushing through.
I've met the other country. Abs. Bastard. No, you've got it. It's immoral as he like chops the head off a fish and just scrapes it like off the side into like a separate like pot off to the side.
Her
And
eye
it's
just fucking starts twitching. Like
you see
just
that
the
despite
sound
like
of the bone alone.
well, you watch. I mean, he does that. He does that, and it's very like bang. It's very like harsh and like a harsh maneuver or whatever. But you see that the rest of the time he's like with the fish, he's got this one knife and he's just perfectly like slitting it open, deboning it. It's very dexterous, not forceful. Have you always is it dietary, religious or personal?
It's definitely personal. It just came with age, I guess you could say.
Grew out of the taste of it, did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's a shame. There's a lot of good meats out there. Well, I suppose there's good plants. We used to have. My grandfather used to tell me stories about the orchards that would grow up here.
Oh.
Winter plums. The grounded soil up here is not particularly the greatest for agriculture. But despite that, there were these plum trees grow, and they were evergreen too. They were year round. Plums would be riper in the winter.
Huh.
More juice filled. As if preparing for when they die off in the spring, their plums can then fall to the ground and fully saturate the tree.
Interesting.
But the frost eventually did take them, so I haven't seen one of those in a long time. I've never seen a tree myself. I've only seen the fruit, well preserved.
Well, maybe one day they'll be back and you'll be able to see them. Hopefully.
I'd hope so. He continues like slicing up this fish and then just like chucking it in the stew. Like he flays the fish body and he puts it like on like a pan in the fire, and he takes like all the fish bones and he like crushes up into like a paste, and then he adds it to the stew.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wasted with.
Oh. No, she kind of shivers at that a little bit. Fish was her favorite, but that was a lot to deal with watching that go in there.
Can you make a deception check for me?
Deception, hold up. Oh god, my eyes. D. A 9? Wait, let me double check this. Hold on. Just kidding. Hold on. Yeah, 9.
As you go about doing, you finish your stew. Is there anything else you're doing in here, or your soup?
I was making like cutting up some bread for them, so they had like something to dip with it.
Yeah, okay. And then once you've completed that, are you just exiting, going to Azura, or are you going to like give to everybody wherever?
Well, because there's some that are away right now.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna let it sit and keep warm, as a good cook does, because you don't want it to get cold. And see if I could find whoever else outside of Azura to let them know that I did make something for everyone to eat.
All right. As you head out to go, find people to inform, he doesn't really turn to face you, but he says, "Many of us do things we regret in the name of survival. Many of us do things that still haunt. There are ways we grow from it, and there are ways that it anchors, holds us back. One such way to relieve that anchor, talking about it makes that which is bad, never good, and you never forget it. But there are ways to regain normalcy that isn't running." As he just says that, he's like, as he's stirring this stew, he's not even like turning to face you. He's as you're the door.
Her heart's just like fucking palpitating at this point. Just like this tiny little ass nod as she like scampers away. Not ready to like listen to this kind of like truth.
And then you scamper away. You see Snorp in the Great Hall here, where like he's already got the frame of a gun built.
She's gonna just be like, Snorp, there's soup in there if you want any food.
Oh,
Let's
fuck
go.
yeah! Hell yeah! Oh, hell yeah!
Oh.
And he gets up from what he takes the gun with him as he enters the kitchen, and he keeps like working on it as he's walking.
She just has like this horrified look.
Hey, yo, Pops!
Like-
I heard there was soup in here.
Oh my god.
He's like, oh, that lizard I. This will go fine in the broth.
Oh my Lanza.
And then door closed. What happened?
Well, Snorp can handle himself. He's fine. I'm just gonna continue on and like let everyone else know, but I am gonna run and like refill my water bottle really quick.
Okay. Are you back?
Goddamn.
He fell asleep.
Autumn woke up from a terrible dream. Azura woke up from a terrible dream where she ate a bunch of meat and it made her sick. She drank all the water and then went back to sleep.
Oh no. Well, did you get that water from the waiting room? That was the laced water.
Oh no.
We just knocked her out again.
We will. If anyone has any, so we've kind of like touched on everyone. If anyone has anything that they want to do, explore in this space, or converse with at all, you are free to do so. I will even start revealing like where like guards are and stuff. I'll just say that like there's a passive wandering about happening.
Lonan will wake Anne up to get food. That's a lot of guards.
Yes, this place is very, very fortified.
Their
This is-
assistants.
Hmm?
Their assistants to the manager. The dinner already?
I guess.
Yeah, I'll say a couple hours have gone by at this point.
Oh, those are like the most fire naps when you you wake up and it's still daytime and you're like, what day is
There's
it?
still time.
What is happening? And we'll follow the smell of food to the downstairs.
You can move yourself there on yourself.
Yep.
And you see that Snorp is in the dining room. He's got himself a bowl already.
What's that?
Get in the kitchen and get myself a
Is there
bowl.
a cat?
A cat?
Perhaps.
We have a cat. You see a cat
Little
every day.
kitty. Little kitty.
Little kitty, where's her little kitty? Oh, there's a lot of little. Are those
Right.
kitties?
I
I
Are
was
those
like, we have a cat. What are you talking about? That's horrible.
Hey, kitty.
Is that a pack of
Is that
kitties?
racist, Torian?
He's a cat.
When they
He's
call
a
you
big cat
or big
man.
Kitty, just how does Torian feel?
I say he kind of just ignores it and just deals with it.
I was gonna say, you better be nice. She braided your hair.
Really hits you. This is my life now, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
And we'll get soup
But yeah,
for
I'll
her
say that
and
after
Lonan.
a while in the tavern, you also, I'll say that you bring a very sloshed Cassian back here. Here. But yeah, you guys are all in this space. Various bits of information have been learned and gleaned. As a reminder, just as a fun bit, I hate to do this because I feel it's going to derail something or detract from any actual progression. There was also a hollow foil poster of Cassian in that tavern.
Get it.
Yeah, I was hoping they would grab it before they left or see it. But I guess Cassian was blinded by rage.
And alcohol.
Cassian wouldn't see it. There's a chance Torian might have.
You
I
might
don't
have
know.
seen it, yes.
Snorp.
Would Torian have seen it?
But also, he had a very drunk elf to deal with.
Sir Snorpington.
Yeah, what's going on?
I've got a job for you.
He looks down at the gun. Yes.
Well, a side job, I guess.
Okay.
You see, we saw one of those hollow foil wanted posters back at that tavern. I need you to go
Right.
snatch it in the night because they were being a little, I don't know, petty about it. They just didn't want to let us have it.
Were they being? So I was there for that bit, right? I think they were just on edge because they didn't know what your guys' deal was. I think maybe if you ask him for it, he'll, I don't know, sell it to you or something?
Sell
We
it
also,
to
like,
me.
Cleared their names now. Like they aren't in jail anymore, so maybe we can just take it.
Maybe I could write you a note saying that I want the poster. I really don't feel like walking back down there.
Tell them Levistus wants Anne to have the poster.
Like a kindergartner. Be like, I do not have to do gym. Signed, Mom.
You want
M-O-N.
me to go down there and tell them that their deity. You want me to speak on behalf of their deity?
No, I guess that would be a bad idea.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm down to clown with a lot of you guys' ideas. I cannot help but feel that that's gonna get me.
You could just
Not
swipe it,
even
though,
like
right?
me, I guess I could.
I guess I'll walk down there, and we'll walk. We'll start going.
Kind of working on now.
Yeah, work on my hammer,
alright.
please. Goodbye.
On your hand. Oh yes, this.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to can go track, but okay. You guys head back down to the inn very briefly. And you get to you see the poster again.
Is it just one poster, or like all of our posters
No, you
there,
see
and there's
all the
one
posters,
holofoil?
but only-
Alright, and it's just
only
gonna
Cassian's in holofoil.
walk up to like all the posters and start taking all the posters down.
He's this guy's like, whoa, hey, we need those.
For what? I'm right here.
Yeah, but we gotta keep appearance. People come by and check and be like, oh, this who? Why? You know, a lot of them got defaced in Goodmead, and people are suspicious. I mean, people are hiding in Goodmead.
Just
He eyes all of you. He gives a really wide eye. Why do you want the poster so bad, huh?
prison is a sensitive topic for me. Okay.
Sensitive topic for a lot of people. Look, tell you what. I'm not just gonna give me. What say we make a wager? And he pulls up like 4 glasses, like 4 mugs. A little game. If little's too big, we can call it mini. A mini game.
And just squints at him.
Simple. You outdrink me, you get my stuff.
I don't
Or at
drink.
least not my stuff, you get that.
I'll
You
do
better
it.
find somebody fast
Oh.
who does.
I like this one. Alrighty, kid. You ready to do this?
I think so.
You see he produces 4 different pitchers. And he pulls out a different bottle and pours a different one. Each of these is progressively stronger. First, we start with the run-of-the-mill stuff that, we give to the generous patrons here. This one's just regular crude ale. This, after it, is Goodmead, is direct from Goodmead. Got a supply earlier. I think you guys have probably had this before when you were in Goodmead, if any of you drank there.
Oh yeah, when we saved the town. I remember.
Oh, good. You say that out loud?
Yeah.
Like, oh, good for you. You've had it before. Really good stuff. After it here, we have what's called Fire. Very premium, but also very strong. And after that, we have a little homebrewed specialty. We call it Dwarven Cyanide.
Oh.
So what do you say? Ready? And you watch as he pours it out as he's listing off the names of each of these things. Crude ale just looks like, murky, kind of little bit frothy at the top. It looks like ale, it looks piss water or whatever. And then after that is the good meat that you guys, the meat from Good Meat that you had, and it looks, golden, a good froth to it, nice solid color. You've had it before, it smells good. After that is fire wine, which is this like as the light gleams through the bottle and through the liquid pouring in, it's got this like nice sunset hue of red to it as it fills this mug. And then after that, you see he doesn't even fill the mug. He just puts fills a fourth of the mug up of what's called Dwarven cyanide, and you hear something not sizzling like it's carbonated, sizzling like something's burning.
What the hell?
And you see he pours the same out for.
Okay.
Are we ready, young?
Yep.
All right. So how this is going to work is you guys are going to make a series of con saving, or not even saving throws. You're going to make a series of con check to see how well you can take it. It's going to start easy because the first one is piss water. It's more bitter and hoppy than it is alcoholic. Although Cassian did get sloshed, who knows? Can you please give me your first con check?
Okay.
Oh
no.
What'd you get?
6.
6. All right, that's one fail.
Oh my god.
I wanted to test it, and I got a 4.
Okay. So you got a 6, but the DC for that was 10. So that's one fail. 3 fails and you're out. However, if you fail by 5 or more, you lose consciousness.
Oh,
and cannot.
Okay.
He's gonna roll for his now. This guy runs the place. He's probably had sips of this like it's water, and he just fucking like downs the first mug. It's the lowest DC possible. Now the DC is gonna go up to 50. Like, I don't think the alcohol is getting to you with this as much as it is. It's hard to drink and finish it. At least faster than he, because this is also like you have to drink it faster than he does.
Sure.
It's just the taste is dog shit. But
Okay.
coming up is Good Meat stuff, so that's gonna taste good.
Okay.
All right. Can I have
Oh,
your
I
next
rolled a
con
nat
check,
20.
please? Nat 20?
23, yeah.
You potentially spurred on by how dog shit the previous thing tasted, instinctually, biologically felt you had to chase it with something good. So you immediately pick up the Good Meat stuff and down it. He says, "Oh, feisty." He fails that one. He goes to chug it down, but it's like whenever you drink a lot of water in quick succession, you need to give your body time to rest. So he kind of has to catch himself really quick and then go back to drinking. But you just shoot it down. And you see that his nose starts to get a little red. Ugh. Oh, that stuff always hits the spot. All right. Next up, personal favorite, fire wine.
Oh, no. I got a 14.
14 is a fail. This stuff burns going. It's a clean burn, but I don't think you're ready for it. I think it's a lot of coughing and a lot of struggling to keep it down, but I'm going to roll for this guy. That's a natural 20. He takes a different approach to it than the other ones where he kind of just shot it back and tried to gulp it down. It's a slow it's a sip the entire time, but it's consistent, so it just goes down smooth. Whereas you're trying to chug it, and that's just the wrong approach to fire wine. I think your tongue feels like you just ate a bunch of hot peppers too.
Oh no.
All right, so that's 2 fails for you, but you haven't failed by 5 or more, so this is the last one. It's a DC 20. This is Dwarven Cyanide, and it is fully not the full glass like the others were. This is it's some mel. It's almost too clear. It almost looks like if the bottle or if the mug didn't shake at all and you could see the ripples, it would almost look like the mug is empty.
Okay.
Right. Go ahead. Check.
No. 9.
A 9.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You don't finish the thing. You get it touches your tongue and then you can't remember it.
Okay.
Everything goes black. And you watch as she raises the mug to her lips. The liquid touches her tongue. You watch her fully fall back off the chair, unconscious.
Oh
Her
my
face.
god.
I don't know if she's got enough blood in her to for her face to be red, but her face
No.
is fully would be red if she had enough blood in her to do that.
It's turning blue.
It's turning blue. That's concerning. It looks like asphyxiation. She swallowed her tongue.
Oh my god.
The guy's gonna roll though. And he also fails, but I think this is his. Did he fail 3 times, or was that only 2 times?
2.
It was 2 times. He also fails, so he is sloshed, but he's still conscious.
Okay.
He's like, "Oh, fuck me! Oh, good God! Somebody check, make sure she's still breathing." Somebody comes over, and because of your biology, he's like, uh-oh. We have a problem. He's like, what? Oh, fuck. Quick, somebody make wake-up juice.
Can I just put my use lay on hands to cure her drunkenness?
Yeah.
It's like a poison. You wake from your drunken slumber.
You awake from your drunken slumber. You are still a little tipsy, and you do have a pounding. She essentially sped you through the drunken.
Oh my god. What happened? Did I win?
No, I don't think she won. Did she win? And then everybody's like, no, you're good. You're good, Gone.
Dang it. I really wanted that poster.
Honestly, young lady, you pushed me quite far there. You can help yourself to any of the other posters, but that one is pretty cool. I'd like to have the rest for my my collection, or my display here at the bar. It's very fun.
Okay. Can she... Not really thinking about it because she's kind of tipsy. She wants to suggest that he gives it to her with the crown.
Interesting. I'm gonna make wisdom save. I think it's a wisdom save, right?
I think so.
I think it uses your DC. What's your spell save DC?
16 or 15? I think it's 15.
15. He's got disadvantage, but I don't think that'll matter. He's just like, you know what? You got me right to the edge. Go. I truly don't think I've got it. I don't feel like I've won. I'll put it that way. Go ahead. You can have it. Go ahead and take it.
Yes. Okay. 2 down.
Good one.
I have also been forgetting to send you something.
Oh. Oh my goodness. That's ominous. Oh, okay.
Just thought you should know. But yes, you can add Cassian holofoil to your inventory.
Woo!
I feel like they started out really magical, like the Sirius Black poster, and then we've kind of has it diluted at all now that we call it holofoil?
No,
No,
I know what
it's
you
made
mean.
it more exciting.
It's better now that it's holofoil.
We have to collect them all. We literally
Gotta
can't
catch-
leave Icewind Dale until we have all of them.
Yeah,
Gotta catch them all really rings differently. If they're
it does.
walking.
It does.
Yes, I'll say you've handled that. By the time you return, I'll say it's late. You guys all can find boarding in the servants' quarters. I will say we start a new day now. As you awake. And as you awake, I say that, you come out, there's like simple breakfast being prepared, that's been prepared for everybody. It's truly just like beans and grits and just like, camp stuff that's like, okay, you need your protein, you need a little bit of carbs, and you need something that's going to like stick to your ribs for a while. And then that's kind of all it is.
Before going to breakfast, Anne's gonna try her key in a door.
You pull out your key and go to examine it, and there's a weird feeling. You unlock the door, and it just opens to the next room, but there's a feeling in the key that feels like heavy. But not heavy as in like heavy to hold, heavy as in down. Like you feel your whole body want to go down.
I want to go down.
As you see, a guard comes by and says, "Ah, you lot, good, you're awake. You've received. Here are your orders for." And he hands you like basically a scroll with like a series of like notes and orders and schematics in it. Directly from like Kadroth being like, there's an incursion happening, or not an incursion, but there's like a situation happening in town regarding our food stores. They've been getting raided recently. We demand that you go track down the individual or individuals, blah 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 blah, and just it's busy work, it's camp work, and route them. And you see the guard hands that over to you guys, and then kind of salutes, and then heads off.
Order.
Or specifically, he gives it to Anne.
Mhm.
You see, actually, I think before the knight heads off, he's like, "We been needing anything else? I understand that you're new here.
Is there a floor beneath this one?
You've been to the floor beneath this one. There's the cellar. It's where the others are being held prisoner."
Uh-huh.
And so he says, "Yes, there's the cellar, the cistern. Are you in need of going down there at this time?"
Yep.
Very well. Let me. I will speak to Lord Kadroth. He's and likely, I can't imagine there being a reason why he wouldn't let you, but I still must follow precaution myself. He goes away for a bit. And you can continue eating your breakfast, and then he returns and he says, "Unfortunately, he requests that you see to the task given to you first before you continue exploring and making use of the assets."
He's paywalling my guy.
Excuse me? I do not understand what this means. Forgive me. But I believe that if you are heading out on a routing mission, which I believe that is, you are free to help yourself to the armory at least. That much I can guarantee, as one of its overseers. In case any of you need to gear up for battle, though I see most of you carry your own weapons.
Not touching any of your guys' stuff. You locked up my friends last time we touched anything.
It was only in, well, yes, you weren't supposed to touch it.
Blah, 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 bureaucracy.
It certainly is a bureaucracy, yes.
Goodbye.
He will... He's like, yes, he salutes. Very well.
Anne's pissed.
Does Anne want to hear anything about being pissed? Lonan, I think you come back from the bathroom and ask what happened. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some water as they fill you in.
Remember how that one time I tried to show you guys that I could, put my key in a door and go talk to my bestie?
Mm-hmm.
For the restie. Well, it hasn't worked since that day. Because I tried it again this morning. I took a deep breath and put the key in like I usually do, and it didn't work. But I get the sense I need to go down, and they don't want to let me go down
until we do what we're told.
Oh,
yeah.
Good lord. I went out to go get water. My brother had his girlfriend over, and I'm in boxers and a t-shirt.
Go.
Nobody tells me anything. Well, all right. Have you been caught up?
Anne has been forsaken.
Does Anne know the way to the downstairs?
I think so. I think you can go.
Where is it?
So to take you down there before they took you into C4, which is this area over here.
C4.
You can't see the numbers, but I can.
Okay. Anne's in C4. Don't come with me.
You see that a bunch of cultists are like, excuse me, you cannot. Is there something you need?
I have it on good authority. I need to talk to somebody.
We can direct you to Lord Kadroth if you wish.
Nope, I'm not talking to Kadroth.
You see that one of the other cultists. You says, or Hethel would be, I think. And you see that the cultist that mentioned it, Kadroth, kind of like rolls his eyes, but you see the other two cultists are like, yes, it's a soothsayer Kethel. It's one of our heads. Probably could be of great help to you. She knows the region very well. Would this be acceptable if we took you to them?
I just need to go down.
Unfortunately, we are under strict rules to limit access down. We can, though, if you take it up with one of the heads here and they grant you ingress, there's not really anything we would be able to complain about at that point. Must understand this comes at the personal request of Lady Avarice.
And we're making personal request to go downstairs.
To these guys, you're not anybody important, is the thing. You're just another member. You're not... They don't know that you've got pull.
You need a badge.
So they've kind of offered two people you can talk to. You could talk to Soothsayer Hethel, that two of them seem to be like fond of, and then you see that one of them, and the other one here does seem to be a bit more militaristic and soldierly, for lack of a better word, than militia-y. Recommended speaking to Cadron.
Let me speak to this Hethel person.
Yes, very well. One of them begins guiding you through the castle, back through the main area, and upstairs. You see the rest of you see your friend Anne being guided upstairs by this guard.
Does it look like she's in trouble?
She looks pissed. I think you can see that she looks annoyed that she's got another hoop to jump.
Oh man.
But by that I mean any of you can choose to join her. Because you are taken.
She said don't follow.
You are taken here, and in this room above, a chilly draft wafts through this room, despite a roaring fire in the hearth. Buried underneath a thick quilt and seated in a squat rocking chair in front of the fire is a venerable dwarf with a wooden where her right foot should be. Next to her, on a small table, is a plate of food. I've been dreading this moment, is what she says as you walk in the
Dreading?
Yes. Come over here, dear.
And we'll step over.
Let me get a good look. You see a very old dwarven with a peg leg for her right leg sitting in this chair. I'm copy an image and put it into the thingy for you guys. It looks like. What is it you need, dear? And be quick about it.
I need to go to the downstairs because I need to talk to Levistus.
I see. You wish to speak with Lord Levistus. You know, dear, you are the second person in this castle who claims to have that ability. The rest of us, she's fiddling with the black sword around her, like in a that's got a necklace around. She just says, the rest of us move merely on faith and contractually. But you and that blowhard Kadroth seem to say otherwise, as if you two are special.
I didn't choose to be special.
No, none of us have. As a matter of fact, none of us chose this at all, per se. Well, you could say. Lord Levistus chose us. Reached out to us, not. We merely took the hand. I imagine the same is for you? I gotta find a funny voice to give. I think I've got it.
Oh god. Wait, what is she saying?
She's basically saying that none of the other cult members can get to talk to Levistus like you claim you can do, and like Cadra claims he can do. But she also says that you said you didn't choose this, and she says none of us chose it really. Levistus chose us, and we just took the hand. That was the choice to say yes to his.
You saw me.
Yeah. Yes. Lord Levistus sought you specifically. He has machinations for you. You wish to go downstairs to speak in the altar. Is this correct?
Yep.
Very good. Might I recommend bringing Kadroth down there with you? I think he might be utterly horrified to find that someone can finally call his bluff.
At first the suggestion, she clenches her jaw, but then when she realizes that she can slight Kadroth, she likes the idea of that. Because Anna's very petty about her friends being thrown in jail.
And you have attempted this, though I would not go with him. Perhaps bring your ally. Kadroth can be quite irksome by him. I would not want anyone cornered. Things are about to get very judicial around.
I'll take your advice.
You will take more than my advice, sir. You will take my fortune.
Oh.
Come closer. That didn't work.
And we'll do so warily.
Fuck.
What happened?
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, she looks like Mama Coco.
Guys. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Remember
Papa?
me.
Odd parallels.
Oh.
There we go. You see that she calls you. Come closer. Come close. You see that she takes some of the bones from the food she was eating and tosses it into the fire. As the bones crack under the flames, they take different shapes, land in different positions, and she just watches them unblinkingly as it happens. Why have you come to this frozen land? I know that you are not from here, and it is very rare that Lord Levistus would even interact with someone so unlike the rest of us.
Vengeance, she says dramatically as she stares into the fire.
Oh, as you say vengeance, a bone cracks. On your father. You seek your father. Vengeance for your mother. For yourself, yes?
Yes.
You are dissatisfied with how it has been going?
Of course.
Why is this? What dissatisfies you so?
What I deserve keeps slipping through my fingers.
You see a bone cracks as you say that. Ah, but what we deserve and what we are worth is often different. Is it for us to decide what we deserve? Does a child born in a time of war deserve to get murdered by an invading army? Do they deserve to live when everyone else dies? Deserving is such a strong word, and one I think we often use to justify or injustify that which happens in our lives. You say it is taking too long, that there have been too many obstacles, too many distractions, would you say?
Sure.
I will show you this now. And the fire kind of swirls a little bit. She doesn't move at all. She just kind of keeps focusing on the fire. And as you look at the fire, you see they're not very featureful, not a lot of like facial features or anything like that, but you just see the general figure of like a humanoid figure with two little flames licking out, like splitting at the top of his head, implying horns. So you can assume it's like a tiefling figure standing in a way that only your father stands, like perfectly straight, cold, calculating stance, as if he's looking down on other people. And you see a kind of flickers into flame. That flicker, instead of the orangish reddish color of fire, usually you see the pinkish, they're like a pinkish all of a sudden, and they kind of coalesce into the form of a body on the ground, and just kind of where some of the charring of the wood has happened as the fire is naturally burning, the charring just kind of looks like a black hammer where the pink fire meets the hammer, and it's you see a scene depicting you defeated by your father. But the scene depicted here depicts, any black charring of the wood kind of like depicts any blackness that would have been on you. So like your clothing, your hammer, anything gifted by Levis in that first moment. And you see that the clothing you're wearing is very reminiscent of clothing that you came to Icewind Dale in. The hammer, it's the state that it's in, resembles most likely the hammer that you came to Icewind Dale with. And what it's implying is that if you hadn't had all those bumps along the way, if you had just found your dad, you wouldn't have won. You wouldn't have been able to do it. But I think what it's showing in a weird sense is that the you in the fire, the you of before, is not the. You have learned different things. You've grown more. You see that that Hethel said, we oftentimes in our lives think that the obstacles distract from the goal, when in fact they are only there. Fate has placed them in our way to ensure that we can achieve goal. There is a saying, the obstacles do not prevent the journey. They are the journey. So take heart that all you have done so far has not been a distraction. It has not been time unwell spent. it has all been assuring that when the encounter does, you will not be alone, and you will not be weak. And you see the fire begin to change as it ripples with like uncertainty and flickers, as there is now, it looks like it gets a bit more sporadic, similar to like sparks flying as swords clash in a fight, as you know, you see two pink flames kind of like batting at each other, as well as, you know, so you see like two white flames, a blue flame, a like a greener, like a greenish hue to the flame, and I said two white flames. I think 4 of you are white. I think 4 of you have gone with like a white color scheme, generally. But you see that like you see a battle progressing instead of just a beatdown. You seek your father, and you do not wish to distract yourself any further. But need you forget, all things tend to be. You are not here for no reason. You have no doubt heard of our struggle with the Dwerg by this point, have you not?
I think we were being sent out to go take care of him before I was allowed downstairs.
No, what you were being sent to do is something else, I think. Something I personally wouldn't have sent you. I would have sent you after the Dwerg. I want their heads on plates. But Kadroth is finding busy work for you lot. He doesn't like that you've just strolled in and made a scene. He likes people to be indoctrinated or added passively or by his word, inconsequential. He doesn't like a show of it. He's a little insecure there. The Dwergar is our current objective. It is that which our Lord Levistus has us pitted. However, I get the feeling he did not take to mention that to you. Is this correct?
This is correct.
May I ask you the nature of his deal with you?
I believe he called it a favor.
Many do. And the nature of it? The condition. The term. What did he want you to do?
That's just it. He said a favor. So he said I'd have to do something for him. He didn't really elaborate on the specifics.
In return for aiding you in defeating your father, yes?
Yep.
Fast. You see the bones crack again, and the whole fireplace just gets like hotter and bigger. There will come a meeting soon. A meeting I will not be attending. It will decide the next major course of action for the Knights of the Black Sword. Should you participate in this meeting, you might be able to persuade them to shift focus. You might be able to persuade them that your needs may serve their end goals, though Kadroth may not. I have no clue how avarice. It can go either way with her. However, I will tell you this now. Zardox Sunblight, and you see her eyes go white. A Dwerger warlord. will conquer Icewind Dale unless he is defeated. He has a fortress on the surface, hidden in the spine. It contains many things. A forge, powered by the still beating heart of a red dragon. He plans to decimate the air. I see a blinding white light, one of destruction and ruin. And I see a pink tiefling aiding him. I see a tiefling amassing massive resources and capital for these Dwergar. Every time she said Dwergar, she said it with like real spit in her voice, like real
Disdain.
spite. Yeah, real disdain. So take heart, my young angry friend. It is all connected. As for your friend's larger, that too is connected to this in some way. Though I have not been able to discern much past so much destruction. There is a great battle, greater than I think even you may realize. You will need armies on armies. Though you and your friend, I believe, are the only ones capable of getting their heads out of their asses enough to do it. Everyone else in these frozen fucking wastelands is so caught up in me. Town. They're losing it. They're losing the bigger picture. If you take that note, show to the guards, you show to Cadra, they will let you in the cellar. You should meet Avarice. You may like her, you may hate her. But perhaps get a read on her, at least before the big meeting.
Right. And like takes a deep breath.
She like gets like really comfy in her chair. And she just starts staring at the fire. I have good hope. Do not let.
Not what?
Did Anne say do not what?
You cut
Cut out.
Oh, she says, do not let me down. She like kind of just like stares at the fire.
If I let you down, I'll also be letting myself down.
There's no response. She does not respond to that.
Thanks.
She does not respond to that.
She'll just scuttle after that. Be like, okay, I got the note. She's got her hall pass. And we'll stop by the gang. Hope you all have been enjoying your breakfast. Or after breakfast, second breakfast. Yeah, well, there seems to be some monotonous bureaucracy stuff going on here, and it's hard to just get anything directly done. But
What are you trying to get done?
I'm trying to talk to Levistus. I don't trust this Keldroth guy. I need to talk to
I
the
don't
man
trust
himself.
anyone here. They're a fucking cult to a devil.
Okay,
He like
relax.
looks around as he says that. He looks around as he realizes where he is as he says that out loud.
Sometimes the devil you know is better than the devil you don't.
We know a lot of devils, I think, at this point. I'd like to know less.
Snorb, I don't need you on my wagon bumper right now.
We are just worried. We're just worried.
We never met the guy. How do we know he's not taking you for a ride?
Nobody's taking me for a ride. We have our wits about us.
Do you?
We?
You seem awfully worked up today.
It's like hands on head, like ruffling her hair, like ugh.
Look, kid, we're not. If you want to go talk to him, let's help you go talk to him, right? Just you got to understand where we're coming from. We watch you go into a closet. You come out 2 seconds later, acting like you had a whole conversation.
I trust all of you. I just need a little trust from you guys, okay?
Yeah,
We do trust you. We don't trust the devil.
Well,
trust that
kind of
I
what they're known for.
know what I'm doing.
Are we not allowed to worry about you?
I finished your gun.
And jumps over the table. Tell me more.
He holds it up, and what you see is he's taken apart basically what is a flintlock pistol, and he's created what's called a flask lock, and it is a barrel. It looks like a normal barrel of a gun. It's been slightly retrofitted a little bit, but instead of like on a normal pistol where the chamber would be, there is now a brass cage, and kind of like how I'm gonna have to use Destiny, no actual gun, but kind of like how when you reload Trust it folds in half. This one also, it folds in half, which opens up the cage, and you see he takes out a piece of alchemist fire. He says, "People don't know I took this, but they said we're allowed to help ourselves to the armory. So they said I could do it." And what he does is you see he puts because alchemist fire is essentially just like a bottle with napalm in it. He sticks the nose of the bottle in the cage so that the nose essentially goes, or the neck of the bottle rather, goes into the barrel. And then he closes the cage back on it so that the cage is holding the alchemist fire in it. He says, so that's how you load it.
Mm-hmm.
And you press this button on the side, and then you hear like fuck me. You hear a hydraulic like sound, and it sounds a little bit like a camera shutter, and you hear that creates the seal on it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, normal guns would have a hammer on the side. It looks a bit more like a hammer. This hammer is in the middle. So he shows you like a little kind of like, it looks like a switch, like a light switch. He pulls it back and you hear it click. That's called cocking. He points it at a wall. So we've loaded it. We've sealed it, which is the hydraulics, and we have cocked it. You don't technically need to cock it. Cocking it reduces the chance of something bad happening, because I didn't really get a great chance at fixing the fire mechanic. But then you see he pulls the trigger, and what happens is you hear like the sound of glass breaking, and you see the very front of the neck of the bottle that still had like the cork in it and everything shoot out the front of the barrel. That's not the impressive part. The impressive part is that it shoots out a burst of like napalm, basically, of this alchemist fire. Whereas normal alchemist fire vials are like one-time use and then you use them.
Mhm.
You see that it only used about a third of this. So with this device, you can, if as long as you load it with Alchemist Fire, you can, or potentially other substances, you get 3 shots of whatever the damage of the in the.
Woo!
Interesting.
Loden shoots her finger gun Eldritch Blast.
I will
Yeah, but
take
can
your
you do
freaky
this?
hammer thing.
It's like, so there you go. And it's very easy for you to hold, very easy for you to he's got like he makes like a little holster for it that goes like on your back so you can like hide it beneath your cloak and like pull it out if you ever just need it really quick.
Mhm.
Basically this means it takes an action to load the whole thing, but I will say that as a bonus action you can quickly whip it out and use it.
Mm.
That's how quick action.
Can I walk around with it loaded?
It's currently loaded right now.
Yeah, but okay. That answers my question.
So the only thing you would need to manage is if you have Alchemist Fire.
Right. Snorp, how much more Alchemist Fire do they have in there?
Lots. You got there's a whole crate of it.
Oh, perfect. Only I had me a bag of holding. What?
Not a miracle.
I know.
I'm sorry. I wish I had one too.
But we should go upstairs and talk to Kelderoth.
The suit?
Yeah, about this busy work he's given us. It's bullshit.
You don't want to do it?
He doesn't tell me what to do. Levistus tells me what to do.
But he won't talk to you.
Yet. I have to try before I just do whatever this guy says. It's worth a shot.
I don't want to be bossed around either, so I already have enough of that on my own.
Yeah, what if we quit in front? What if we make a big show? Well, you can't tell us what to do. We quit.
We walk.
You give us respect and let us do our thing, or we walk.
Exactly. See, now we're all on the same page. And you know how we do that? We use our street credit with the devil that you're unsure about.
Snorp looks at Loaded. Snorp looks at everybody else.
I mean, your street credit.
Right.
All right. Yeah, I'll follow you to it. Sure.
Hands going.
What is everyone else doing?
I do at some point. It doesn't have to be right now if we're gonna go talk to the guy, but maybe before we leave, Lonan wants to tell Cassian about what the Gray Man told her about that stuff.
Okay.
Maybe do that like while Anne's gone. So like while she was talking about Mama Coco.
Oh yeah, sure.
Well,
Ooh,
the rest of
Mama
you
Coco.
going, or the rest of you going with Anne?
She just meant like while she was talking to the old lady, I could have been talking to Cassian.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can do that now while you guys
While
are
she
at the table.
was, I think while she, I think I would have finished breakfast early, kind of still shaking up to guess practice outside, like just shooting again.
Okay. Yeah, you guys. I say you guys are outside. You find Cassian just kind of honing his skills.
Lauren.
Mustache.
Lauren will just walk up and say, Okay. Hey Cassian.
I'll like fire off the last arrow and look in like your direction. Yeah.
While we were taking time off, I talked to my boss about your little what do you call it? Like a brand or something from your.
Okay.
I was trying to be helpful, so I wanted to get some information for you if you were interested.
I'd love any information.
Okay. Basically what he told me is that, well, the obvious option for getting rid of it is killing the dragon, which who knows if we could do that. But he also told me to think of it as like a tether or rope that could potentially snap if you were to apply the right amount of pressure. However, it sounded like it would come at the danger to you specifically if you tried this, but that it could be done regardless. He mentioned if there was any kind of dissonance between you and the one who cast the seal.
Dissidence?
Yeah.
Like all of the like the memories flash of like him, the dragon killing his entire party. I have a lot of dissonance.
Well, we just need to find out how we can apply this pressure then. However,
yeah.
I wouldn't want to cause you any harm, so that might be kind of risky.
Yeah, of course. I mean, thank you for just getting any information in general.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Has it been causing you any issues lately?
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, I mean, ever since I got my tethered stone from the mountain, or from my journey over with the Mammoth tribe, I haven't really had any contact with him since. Or at least he hasn't called out to me. Or
Interesting.
You know that he also gave you your second
yeah.
target as well.
Besides, yeah, that. I mean, last time, I think the mark mostly had affected me because it had taken so long for me to get the tether stone in the first place.
The question is, do you want to keep following what he's ordering, or
no?
Yeah.
Do I have any feeling that he's looking through my eyes, or did we cut that off that last time? I forget. It's been a while.
It's not that he looks through your eyes. A familiar, like if you were his familiar, he would be able to look through your eyes. But basically what it is this brand on him gives him the ability to scry on you without making a check.
Okay.
But I will say in this moment, I don't think you feel like you're being scried on.
Okay.
If anyone wants to make checks about it.
What kind of check?
Yeah.
Make an Arcana check.
Can I?
Yeah, I know it can.
I got a 19. Almost nat.
Me too.
Let's
19.
go.
In this moment, you can see that there nobody is being scried on, and there's almost a certain there's a certain vibe of this place which you think might have anti-scrying
Hell yeah.
wards cast on it.
Ooh,
That's comforting.
So that just
extremely.
If this is the cult's stronghold, they probably don't want anyone with a little bit of swagger to just be peeking on them at any moment.
Fair.
We should commandeer this place for ourselves. With
Care
Tamakoko.
Ann. Remember?
Yep.
Care.
Manager and manager of the Cairn.
Okay.
I like that
Well.
you call it Care Ann and is going to talk to the manager.
This is a managerial dispute. It's what I'm thinking.
Told you can't fire him that probable cause. I have probable cause. It is because,
It's because
I hate him.
Okay. Well, yeah, so that's just something to think about. We can look more into it.
Yeah, I want to get
Try to
rid
figure
of
this out.
I'd love to get rid of this. Yes.
I don't blame you.
And-
I certainly wouldn't want to be tethered to something like that.
Ugh. It's not fun. Well, I'm pretty much. I mean, I'm wrapped up with shooting. It still doesn't feel great, but if you want to head back,
Yeah.
alrighty. Well, I think I would probably grab all my arrows and start walking back.
Alona is just thinking about the like relative freedom that she does have in comparison to Cassian.
I like you, Elf Man. Your sad life makes me feel better about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Damn.
But yeah, I'd say that to have this moment while Anne is like speaking to the soothsayer. You return inside as Anne comes back from the soothsayer with this note in her hand. And she's ready to speak to Calderoth or Cadroth. I don't know where the L keeps coming from. But yeah, is Thavi and Torian. You guys want to do anything?
It's funny to me that I saw the
I think we lost him.
Avia's arcane check. just
Nope, I
show
did
up
not
while we
die this time.
Yeah.
I just couldn't unmute. But no, I'm just along for the ride right now because I've been doing things at the same time.
Alrighty. Anne, Snarp is going to follow you. Anyone else who is following Anne up to Kadroth's room can do so. You enter Kadroth's room. You see that he is speaking to this individual, giving him like a stack of like missives and letters and telegrams and stuff to deploy all over the castle. Right, away with you, Thub. He says, "Yes, sir, of course." As he like bumbles out of the room, as he walks by, you guys entering this room, which he probably should have been guarding to prevent people from entering. He's like, "Oh, hello," and then he walks out of the room.
Insight
Morning,
check.
morning. Good morning, everyone. Insight check. Give me an insight check.
Okay. Freaking nat 1.
Oh my god.
I'm installing.
Oh, also insight check.
Lonan, this dude is a devil in disguise.
Oh,
He has infiltrated the cult.
wait. So that he's extremely easy to know.
Cassian, what'd you get on your insight check?
15.
15. You think this guy's Kadroth's stew?
Oh, okay. So,
You think he's just bumbling, like he's a bit of a bumbling idiot, and he might just Kadroth might just keep him around because he's the easiest person to be like, do this, and the guy's like, oh, I can do that, yeah, of course.
okay.
But he probably wouldn't. It's. I don't have to explain anything to him. He just does it. Whereas other people might ask for explanation, though other people might be better at getting.
Gotcha.
Lonan is squinting at him, and she's gonna kind of sniff the air and swear she smells a little bit of sulfur.
Oh my.
No, you do in fact sniff the air and smell a bit of salt.
I knew it.
Behind the DM screen, you are in a tiefling's room.
Yeah.
And you are also hanging out. 2 of your party members are also tieflings.
Mm-hmm.
Is that my musk you were talking about?
And Scoob himself looks like a normal human.
Yeah.
You have never been more convinced you've just spotted. A cold sweat runs down your spine as you realize that is very clearly an arch of some sort.
Oh my god.
Maybe not an archdevil, but definitely high up the ladder. And he has fully disguised himself as one of the...
The red herring.
But Kaderoth turns and regards. It's like, is this something you all needed? You received your orders from the captain, yes?
Yeah, she like tosses the papers like onto his desk. Like, I wanted to invite you downstairs with me.
Excuse me?
You know.
Downstairs.
Yep. You know the one?
You toss the work order form that he gave you, or you toss the papers that the soothsayer...
Both.
Hello?
Both,
And we're...
Both,
What happened?
We lost her. It's cursed. It's all gone wrong. Thoob got her.
The devil got her. Both, she says.
Oh, you tossed both on there. Okay. You see he takes up the work order and puts it aside, still sure that it is valid, and...
It's working now.
We can hear, but I can't speak. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
You died.
Sorry.
He rolls the work order back across the table. He's like, "Oh, this is," and he like unfurls the what the soothsayer gave us. I am terribly sorry. It says you wish to speak with Lord Levistus. I mean, if you wish to relay a message, I can do that for you.
No, I can do it myself.
I don't seem to understand your meaning. You imply you have the ear of our Lord, such as so, that he's graced you with that?
Yes.
And not... I find it strange that he would do that and not inform me of such...
He doesn't have to inform you of all of his doings. He's Levistus.
Indeed he is. Tell me, your interactions with our Lord, what are they often like?
Personal.
You have personal dealings with our Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. You come here and you have issue with the orders we give. Yes? You do not wish to help protect our food stores?
There's just an order of operations here, and I need to speak with him before I can go any further. You know, bureaucracy.
The order of Yes, the order of operations usually comes from moving up the ladder as a new recruit.
Oh, so can all the recruits speak with Levistus personally?
No, that is a gift I myself and I alone grant. So
You do not alone have that.
Give me an insight check with advantage.
Seeing is believing, pal.
Anyone in the room can give me an insight check with advantage.
Yes.
Or actually, give me an insight check. Only Anne can do it.
Advantage. Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not even in the room, honestly.
12.
You're still squinting at Thoob.
Yeah.
18.
18?
Yep.
This guy cannot talk to. He's lying.
What a fucking
I
liar.
think Anne understood. I think she believed Mama Coco. I'm sorry, she's Mama Coco now. There's a lot of names floating around this place.
No, honey, you got no idea.
I mean, you can come along if you'd like to. Prove it.
Can you give me a persuasion check? I'll let you do persuasion, performance, or intimidation.
24.
24?
She's like persuading him, like she's trying to goad him.
24, with that inside check from before as well, you watch this guy kind of like start, like his finger starts twitching. Just like.
As if he's worried he's going to get caught in a lie that he does not know that you've already caught him in.
Mm-hmm.
Both because he himself genuinely does not believe that anyone can contact this. Because nobody here can. So he like convinced people that he could.
He's the chosen Levistus prophet. Don't worry, buddy. The manager is here.
Yeah, I think what you're getting, as well as from some of the opinions of the guards as well, is that there are kind of two factions here. Some that were fond of Soothsayer Hethel, and some that are very believing and devoted to Kadroth's cause. And I think what you're seeing is that he was already kind of like, even just by the way that some of like the guards have stationed, or like in that room you saw before, it wasn't, he made sure that one of his people was also with the other two. He's got one of his assets in every platoon, at least one. And I think you're realizing like this is also a little bit of a power struggle. He wants to be king of the room. He wants to, be the one that people turn to. Have that kind of like, whether or not God says something is bad. If he says says something is bad, people will be like, I guess it's bad. Sure. I mean, yeah, he's got the word of God, sort of. But the presence of Hethel here being another like big player in the cult, being like con that a lot of people follow, already had him kind of like infighting, a little bit of infighting in the faction. It's like, who should people actually? And now that you are here and might be able to call his bullshit, he starts getting a little angry. Yes, perhaps it's for the best that we go speak to our Lord. I will witness. I will watch you work your magic. Well, I will take you down to the altar. As he rounds you guys up, I'm assuming Thavia and Torian are coming with, and Cassian.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming you're all going with.
Yes.
Anne put up a strong front, but she's got like a white knuckle grip on her key. She's like, Levistus, please. Because she hasn't seen him up until this point. So she's like somewhat shitting herself.
I hope I can still talk to him. You see Kadroth comes down here. This is where I go to pray to our Lord.
The cold of the region is the least stained with Oral's magic. Makes it easier for me to converse. And as he opens the door and he gestures in for you to do he gestures you guys to go in.
You ought to come in with us.
He says, very well, and he steps into the room.
Alright, what is Anne feeling from her key?
You feel it resonating.
Okay. Is it like Beetlejuice, where she's gonna say Levistus, Levistus, Levistus?
No.
Okay.
No. Do you guys enter the room?
If it's resonating, then Anne's going in the room.
All right. Do the rest of you enter the room?
Yes.
Yeah, why not? I'd follow.
Boogie we ball.
The rest of you enter the room, and as you do, Kadroth slips out of the room, closes the door, and locks it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You find yourself in a cold storage area. There are some crates. They've got probably some old bread that has just built. You see that there are like slits in the walls of this place that just let the ice and snow seep in, so this place freezes terribly. I hope you don't understand. It's just good business. And you go to like try the door, and it is
Locked.
Oh, your death warrant is signed, buddy.
The door is
I'm
locked.
locking it! I'm unlocking the door!
you put your key in.
Oh, I'm about to whoop that guy's ass.
Was this the La Vista soundtrack?
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure.
No, I think it.
It was something else.
Oh.
Yeah,
It was creepier.
Find it.
This is the
I'm finding it. I'm
outside.
finding it.
This was like the
Yeah,
walking through
outside.
the snow, looking for my stuff. Levistus told me to go for a walk, and things are really tough.
That's it.
Yep.
You unlock the door. You enter your key. For the first time in quite a while, the key stops resonating. Click and lock. This lock was basically frozen shut already. It was poorly maintained lock, but it smoothly clicks open as you push open the door. And for the first time, all of the rest of you see what she sees. And instead of the room that you guys had just left, the hallway that you guys had just left to enter this room, you see a long, frigid expanse of icy mountain up out of the ground, pitch black sky. As a slightly like snow-covered implication of a trail stretches forth. It's like,
Did we die?
I think we died. I think it's this hypothermia.
No. This
They
is
say
it.
usually.
What? What
Yeah,
is-
yeah. I think, and you look and see that your friends can see it now.
I told you. This is it. We're here.
Where is here?
Where's
Yeah.
here? I'm concerned.
She scratches her
Snort
head.
grabs Loden's hand.
Yeah.
Stygia?
I'm sorry.
Any of us know what that is?
You can make a religion check. It's not that hard.
Thank God.
Ooh, should I add the and flavor
For
thing
me,
here?
though, I have 11.
That's fine. Did you get a what'd you roll?
11.
11. Stygia is it's either the 5th or 6th level of hell.
Wait.
You watched
Jordan.
your friend open a door that led to a hallway originally, and now leads to what she says is the 6th level of hell, which notoriously you cannot just go to. Hell, notoriously, you can go to the 1st level, and then you have to make your way down, like, through the roof. Notoriously, you cannot teleport from there to hell.
Guys, wait, we're in hell?
Well, you're still in the room. Door is open.
Oh.
You shouldn't be so caught up on the particulars here. And I guess,
We shouldn't be
like,
caught up in the particulars.
when-
You opened the door to hell!
when Anne stepped through the door, she looks like she used to, like, before the fall. Like, even her clothes are different.
Younger.
young, sweet. And she doesn't seem so angry anymore. She seems calm now that she's been vindicated.
As you enter this place, the air changes fundamentally. Like the room that you're in and like the general vibe of the place that you're in, it's a very dry cold. Here it's it's still a dry cold, but it's not uncomfortable. It's not like all of the moisture. It's the cold you remember feeling. The kind that's like the most comfortable. You just, and again, off in the distance, you hear like the sound, like cackling sound of other devils. You see, like in the inky black sky above, you just see like an occasional, like silhouette of a wing of something else passing overhead. As you look back through the door at your friends on the side.
Well,
Take a step through, following. Although I'm like very hesitant, like I stick my hand in first.
Your bad hand.
Are you sure it's sanitary?
You
Come on,
stick
let's
your
go
bad
for a
hand in
walk.
first, and nothing happens. There's no like portal or anything. It's just as if the hallway on the other side has always been this open expanse.
And I'll just
And you
step through.
And it's cold here. Not a different kind of cold than you were just in. So largely I would say nothing's really changed for you. But yeah, I think there's a certain like liminal space-ness to this for Cassian.
Wow.
Does he look
Okay, well-
different?
No, he doesn't look any different. But I will say, for a brief time, you realize that you are not very conscious of
Conscious
Of what?
Sorry, fucking hell, dude. You're not very conscious of the wound on your back. I think usually it's somewhere in your mind, kind of like an itch that won't go away.
Would I have noticed it? Well, I would have noticed it immediately then, right?
I don't think you would have noticed it immediately upon stepping in because it's like an itch that won't go away. So largely, it's kind of like thinking about breathing. You don't usually think about it, even though it's always there. But then when you notice you're not breathing, you're like, "Oh shit, I haven't been breathing," and just kind of like it's just you walk through, you're like really taken back by the place, and then maybe after a short period of time, you realize, "Oh hey, my back hasn't been bothering."
Okay. I think when I get to that point, I'll like wait and then kind of try to like feel my back to see if I could feel that wound.
You still feel the wound.
But it just doesn't hurt.
It doesn't resonate. It doesn't have any presence.
That's
just feels like a
weird.
Lonan's gonna step through.
Lonan, you step through. And similar to Cassian, how cold it is here doesn't really change from what you felt especially in the cold storage. It feels about the same as that. I think there's a certain aspect of calmness and clarity. This place represents this place has an air to it that is very similar, I think, to Lonan's home, but everything here is very still. It doesn't feel like anything's creeping around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
The darkness feels the same, but the stillness might be alone. And both, Lonan is familiar with death in more ways than most people are, and I think that there is a certain calmness that death doesn't have in where Lonan's from. And I think in a place like this where those who die and are punished by receiving stillness, I think there is the familiarity of death, but with the new there's no headache that comes from it. There's not a rocket, so there's no activity in this death. It's just still.
Stasis,
but not still in like heat death of the universe kind of pressing way. Still in okay, I'm at work. The work is the same, but the workload doesn't keep increasing. I just literally have this one pile of things that I can get through all day, and I can just podcast something like that. And it's just, whereas Lonan in like the Shadowfell might have been like, there's death, there's ghosts, there's vampires, there's like werewolves and shit. Everything's active and doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the familiarity of death, but without doesn't remind you of work.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of. Who else steps? I think we may have lost Ollie. And maybe Nikki?
No. I'm still alive.
Yeah, Nikki, you step through, or Thavia, you step through. You feel the same chill that the other. For Thavia, though, there's a certain sluggish place, a certain weight. But you feel like that weight is being reduced. You feel like there should be a heavier weight on you, but like somebody is spotting and lifting it up a little bit.
I just continue on and just fucking roll my shoulders uncomfortably almost.
Torian will follow well. Same chill for Torian. But for Torian, I think Torian, there's a certain level of how do I say? There's a certain level of calmness that he gets here as well. Calmness, like someone's gonna take care of it in a way. Kind of like if you go to a mechanic and you know that the mechanic's gonna fix the problem. There's a certain occupational relief that comes from place for Torian. And Snorpulse steps. Well, I guess lead the way, kid. You look good. You look like you used to.
Thanks. And we'll lead the way. Walking. Taking a walk.
You take your friends, you guide your friends along this path that you've done a couple of times at this point. Sometimes you've trudged it, calmly, carefully, and other times you've stormed right up to him to be like, yo, what's going on? But eventually Anne leads you all to a break in that just turns into the inky black ocean of drifting ice. You watch slowly but surely one of these icebergs begins drifting toward you guys. It begins rotating. You can make out a shape within it. And it approaches but never fully connects to the shore here as it fully rotates, and you see this large hulking demonic, or I should say infernal, figure inside it. Multiple limbs, many eyes, horned wings, kind of sitting curled up a little bit. And there's a gleam in his eyes as he guards you all. Anwir, my child. It's been far too long. My God, that prison was a nightmare. Let's not do that again, yeah?
Never again.
Never again. I apologize it took so long to get you out. Would that I could have broken you out like the last one. I would have, but that prison was made to hold something far more particular than criminals and people. The wards surrounding it were conflicting, shall we say, with my influence. I am also somewhat limited in the ways in which I can help you. I suppose you've probably noticed by now, but especially seeing as you have met the Knights of the Black Sword officially, your relationship with me is special, different than the rest. I can help them more frequently and more readily than I may be able to help you. But because of that, you also are able to move with a bit more autonomy. I've broken some rules. If I make too big a move, someone might notice. But how are you, my child? I have not seen you in some time.
I'm far better now that I'm free again.
Yes, you look it.
But,
I see you've brought your friends here this time as well.
Yeah, your Keldaroth seems to be a piece of work.
You see that? I don't think you usually get this vibe off of his limited facial features, because mostly what he can express with is his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he kind of usually has the same expression on his face. But I think now that you've seen Exasperated, you can discern that the expression he was making before is glad to see you. And then you bring up Keldaroth and it's gone. It's like, ugh.
Am I allowed to kill that guy? He kind of locked me in a cage, and we just said never again about that. So that's really conflicting to me.
All right. If he happened to die, I can't say I would be upset. I really can't say I'd be. That being said, the cult would lose a valuable directive asset. We've got a lot of people.
Well, he's trying to direct me into busy work.
Yes, and I mean, some people do need. The fact that he thinks you and he are on the same grading scale here, on the same pay, the same, you're making the same dollar, is a misconception on his. You are not a knight of the black sword. Hence why you have a key and he has a medallion. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I didn't even originally set them up to become an organized cult like this. I was going to deal with them as individuals. Most devils do. But Kaldra, as well as some of the other in the care, have been a uniting force for them, and it has been helpful having that as basically as an army.
They need better direction. There's discord between them.
No, I think somebody needs to bring Keldroth under boot. I think he's good at giving directions, and he's very good at planning. He's good at making things work. I think his ego a little bit anal, though. I think he needs a swift kick up the ass.
Allow me to
You're
set
in
him
charge of
straight.
him now. You're in charge of him now.
Is he gonna know that? How does he know that?
Don't worry. They'll know. Everyone.
Manager.
Congrats on the promotion. And your friends here. Care to introduce me to them?
Of course. She'll just grab whoever's who's standing closest to her.
Me.
This one is Lonan.
Lonan. It is a pleasure to meet you, my dear. I'm grateful for the assistance given, and
Uh-huh.
That one's Snorp.
hey, how's it going? He kind of doesn't even say anything. He kind of just like regards him. Yes, of course. The pet.
He just gave me this hammer contraption. What did you call it again?
A gun.
A gun.
Yeah, it's a gun. A flask lock pistol. Yeah, I guess I made it. It's pretty cool. Oh, very talented. Very talented. Diminutive status. I keep giving a voice like he's not sealed in a block of ice. He, looks around at the rest of them.
This is Big Kitty, Torian.
Torian, yes. A powerful warrior. One who might be in use of my services. If he is interested. Moving on.
Is Cassian?
Cassian,
Hello, sir.
stand up straight, boy.
Whoa.
You are a guest here. No need for concern.
Thank you. I'll just kind of blank stare a bit.
Well,
And Thavia.
oh yes,
Hello.
she who needs no introduction.
Not to me.
What?
I know you quite well.
Oh,
Oh?
Yes, I've made many assets thanks to your little debacle. And I think you kind of get flashbacks to the bear tribe you're in, as those like frozen zombies were like assaulting it, and the way he says assets is kind of a similar way to how he's referred to like the members of the Black Sword. And I think, and you also know that those same assets, the same frozen zombies, were the ones who like gave you your stuff back after you took a walk. I must say, it's good to see you, Nan. How may I be of assistance? How's your quest been faring?
well, you know, Oral is, well, she's a bitch.
Yes, she's a bit frigid, you could say. A bit, rough around the edges. On one hand, you can't blame her for it. She's literally the embodiment of all of the bad parts about winter. But on the other hand, yeah, she's a bitch.
But now I have my eyes set on this Zardoc guy.
Yes. King of the Dwerg. Or he's a warlord.
Hmm.
A Dwergar lord. He is. You remember what we discussed last? Yes? About the adversary I face?
Right. Oh. I may need a refresher. I hit my head quite hard from that little
I see.
snafu.
There is I'm going to avoid saying his name. But there is a archdevil who is the ruler of all hell.
Oh, yeah.
As an already is.
Yeah.
So basically, he kind of recaps you on. He is aware that Asmodeus is trying to do something in Icewind Dale. In the Icewind.
Mm-hmm.
He does not know the extent or what it is he's trying to do just yet. That's kind of what some of his assets in this area have been trying to do. But he has instructed his the Knights of the Black Sword to focus on the Dwerg, because he knows that whatever Asmodeus is trying to do, he is using the Dwergar to.
Okay.
He recaps that we've learned that he is pretending to be one of the Dwergar's deities, as he is fond of doing, and that he's having them do work. We are unsure on what exactly, is. I'm aware that Kadroth and his attempt again. This is one of the only reasons I keep him around. He is attempting to discern why their actions have been what they have been. We have another asset here. Their name is Avarice. They are kind of the arcane expert within the Black Sword. They themselves, like you, are not a true member of the Black Sword. They reached out to me to make it. Well, mutual reason, in a sense.
Am I gonna have to keep getting almost locked in a cage to reach you, or can I put this key in any old door still?
The key will work in any old door, save for within the care. In the care, this is the best way to get it.
All right. I wasn't sure if I was doing something wrong.
No. You've done nothing wrong. I have to be very careful with how I allow you to speak to me. The nature of my deal with you is already broken. People, if those observing are, look a little too closely at it, they might realize that I've done that.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah.
I want to know if the
Snark will give you a
vibe
help
is
action.
okay. I want to know if the vibe is like maternal, and also is it like put on or kind of maybe possibly genuine. I rolled a nat 20.
Holy shit.
Nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe here is definitely genuine. He does seem to care about Anne. I think with a nat 20, you think that there is a level of devilishness still behind his words and actions.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean, kind of like Kadroth. You want to punch him in the teeth. You want to punch his out, but, you also like having assets at your.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't do. I think his nature. I think you could tell that his nature wants him to be even more conniving and manipulative than he may or may not be being right now. But I think you can also tell that he doesn't want to. I think what you've also seen is that there's a certain reverence here. He knows Anne can fuck people up. And he himself, assuming that you and Anne have traded stories from the library, you know that he is here because he betrayed and was betrayed in his own right. So the inclination that he probably doesn't want to betray Anne, both because he's seen what happens when you stab Anne in the back. Come hell or high water, she's going to crush your head. But on the other side of that, you think that it leaves a bad taste in his to do that. So you think that other devils might devils when they make deals with people have to stay, to their word, which is why they've gotten very good at manipulating. Be like, technically, I didn't lie.
Mm-hmm.
And you think that he is the same way of technically I didn't lie, but you think that he goes about it in a way that's you never feel betrayed. With most of the devils, when the deal is up, the human, the mortal soul in this might be like, that's not fair. You said, you said you'd help me in return for, my best fruit, and then their daughter or their kid or that. It's like, this is the best thing you've produced, or your favorite thing that you've produced. And then, but you think that, so there's a feeling of no, you stabbed me in the back. You twisted those words around. You think he's very clear with what he says and what his price is going to be, so that it's a very heavy price. It's you know what you're doing with him. It's just like he's going to say like, yeah, you do this for me and I'll take your firstborn son, kind of like, oh, that's shitty, and he's probably going to make it so that like no matter what happens, he does get his prize, but he's not going to like. There's not going to be a feeling of betrayal. There's just going to be a feeling of just like, was it worth it?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of deal. That's the worst of his bargain, often. But as for whether or not what he, I don't know whether or not I want to say it's a paternal thing with Anne. I think he does. He definitely resonates with Anne.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you think maybe there is a certain level of paternal. But I don't think you see that. I don't think you think that he knows.
Sure.
Because I think what you notice is he wouldn't be used to that. He wouldn't be able to. He doesn't have the parenting skills to identify.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that you glean that. And with that 20 insight, I'm gonna let you keep that. I'm gonna let you keep that insight check for the entire rest of this encounter, in case there's anything else you want insight in.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes, you all, and you find yourself in this space. Thing you'd like to do or ask anyone else as well.
Is Anne done speaking?
So, you yourself want me to focus on this Zardoc guy?
Zardoc will lead you to your father. They are working together.
I see.
Your father works directly for Asmod. He almost says it and just stops himself.
Nope.
He looks around. Okay, we're good. You say his name. There's power in his name. You speak of the devil and he's there.
Right.
Your father works directly for A. Zardoc does not realize what he is doing is working for A. He thinks he is working for one of his deeds.
Mm-hmm.
We do not know to what end they are working together. Kadroth was charged with deploying our forces to find that out. I believe he may have a hint, though he has not discerned what to do. Kadroth currently, I believe, has been more concerned with ruling the roost of the Care than moving the plot forward.
Well,
I say plot both as this giant devil in an ice cube and as the DM.
Consider it done. Right after I punch him in the mouth.
I won't stop you. I can't stop you. I'm stuck in a block of ice. One for me as well.
And just smiles. It's probably one of the most genuine smiles you've ever seen it smile. But
yeah, fucking
one for you.
It's one of those things where Kadroth has been, I don't know if any of us have been in that position, but I've definitely been in the position at least once. I think I was in high school or something like that, where I was leading a team for a research project or whatever, and somebody was speaking for me, and I found that out, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's that situation with it, except Levistus kind of can't do anything about it because he's not physically there to shut it down, nor is he, he could just get rid of Kadroth as well, essentially.
But he is a tool.
Well, actually, he can't just get rid of him. deals that have been made, but like, if something happened to him, he wouldn't hate it because something happened to him. But he would definitely be like, it's gonna make it harder to do stuff if the guy who's good at getting people to do stuff is gone, even though I hate him. It's the probable cause thing. It's I can't do that probable cause. It's because I hate him.
Yeah, Anne's about to be the probable cause.
You see at
Well,
yeah,
I couldn't imagine asking anything more of you today.
Well, regards.
he regards the rest of your friends. Anything for you? Any information that I might be able to share? Any information that I might be able to share that might further our cause would be well within my function.
I think my cause might be a little bit different than yours.
Yes, but does helping your cause further mine?
I mean,
And Anne, you remember something that the soothsayer said. It's all connected.
You were researching killing Oral or finding Oral?
yeah.
Killing a deity is exceedingly difficult. Very few items or magic spells have been capable of doing it in the history of the universe. Generally, the best way to go about doing it, as hard as it sounds, is also the most practical way, is to remove their followers. A forgotten god is not a god. It has happened many times over the centuries. People stopped worshipping, people died in wars, people simply forgot. A god that has lost all of its followers is nothing. That being said, a god that has followers is a strong. With followers, they gain divine power. With divine power, they are capable of claiming domains upon domains in the astral sea.
It didn't seem like she had a domain, at least not here. From what I was reading.
You see, he squints.
What
Does
if
not
we...
possess a domain.
Well,
She does not.
yeah.
Are you certain of this?
It just
You see,
didn't seem like she even knew we were there in the first place until she
You,
accidentally saw us.
you see some gears start turning in your head. Yes, we've been able to move around relatively unknown, but now that you bring it up, if it were her domain, we've taken precautions to staying hidden, but... Interesting. Why is it not? She's had it for hundreds of years. For 100 years.
Is it someone else's?
No, the prime-material plane is off limits to... is fully off limits to deities and archdevils and the ilk like that. Things that are capable of claiming a domain would not be capable of entering the prime-material plane to claim it. How she has entered is bewildering, even to me.
Though I do know this. For a deity to claim a domain, they must be uncontested in that region. As long as there is worship of other deities, especially deities that exist in opposition to Oral, Oral would not be able to claim that it's hers. Like trying to build a house on bad foundation, on swampland.
Building New York City.
Disney World, but yeah. Building Disney. Perhaps we should look into that. There's an asset within the care. Her name is Avarice. She is our arcane scholar. Inform her of this domain angle. Have her follow up on that. Follow up on yourselves as well. Any help would be good. And you see, he's like really thinking about that. Like he can feel that there's something there. There's some machination. Yeah. Anything else from the rest of you?
I think Cassian would probably want to ask next. I think the first thing he'd probably ask, about, does this, my brand has not felt itchy since I've been here.
Oh my god, he's talking about his itch.
Does it sever the connection while I'm here?
It is a very powerful magic that I think affects you. Within that magic, though, this is my domain. It is also likely that some aspect of it is severed or cut upon existing on another plane. So you think maybe that what he's explaining basically is that you think there might be some... Firstly, you're in his place right now.
Mm-hmm.
So magic from outside his place does not get the... People can, like, if you are... Did I cut out?
Yeah, just for a bit.
Fucking goddamn it. You see, what he says is, firstly, you are in his space. Magic from outside of his space does not get to come in.
Okay, cool. So,
And the other thing that you might find helpful is something about the interaction with it being on a different plane than the caster.
Okay. Okay. So then, I think continuing with the brand talk, I think
Bran flakes.
Bran flakes.
Ew.
Well, not I think he wants. Sorry, I'm trying to word this in the right way. Well, speaking about the caster, would you have any knowledge as to why he sent me here? I mean, besides what I know of him telling me there's something off going, or something odd's happening here.
I cannot speak to the machinations of a dragon. They are greedy creatures, similar to devils in a certain way, but...
He sent me on my first task to grab a Heatherstone.
Green dragons dabble in magic. They dabble in the arcane. It is likely that there is a ritual of some sort he wishes to perform. To what end, I am unclear.
What else has he tasked you with?
He also tasked me with, and I'm so sorry, but it's been a while. I don't remember the second portion of the task.
Don't remember what I told you?
Oh,
I was trying to look through my notes. I couldn't
get him
find
a
it.
notebook.
My God.
Send Leafle paper and pen.
He wanted you to find, and I'm going to make an addendum to this. He wanted you to find the reverse scale of a white dragon, and he mentioned that there has been one in the region. I'm going to say that you just have to get a part of a dragon that has potent draconic energy to it. So the reverse scale is usually their weak spot. It's usually, you hit them there, that'll kill them.
Okay.
But if you had like the brain of a dragon or the soul of a dragon or the heart of a dragon, something that like generated draconic energy, maybe not the brain. If you just had if you captured a dragon, that would also do it.
Okay.
Something that generates and contains draconic energy. He told you about a white dragon that's in the area that you could go for. But that's about it.
Sorry, I'm just making sure I have that down. Well, I'll rely all of that to Levistus.
Interesting. The Tetherstone is an object used to link the existences of two souls, essentially binding them together. Having you seek out a draconic energy, interesting, implies he may be trying to link himself with another dragon. Because presumably, he would have everything he needs for his side of the tether. Presumably his soul. But the other dragon would likely have their own energy, their own soul to link. I would wager he's trying to force a link rather than make one mutually beneficial. The Tetherstone works in a unique way. Originally, it was created to ensure mutual coexistence between two wizards. One could not die without the other dying. Their souls were intrinsically linked. Their bodies may become marred, but those could be healed through various means. If he is having you seek out draconic energy, he must need draconic energy for something. If he were to link himself with another dragon, they should have their own to supply. If he's trying to force a link with another dragon, perhaps they do not have their own to supply, or perhaps they would not to supply their own. Unfortunately, I'm not well versed in it enough to know the relationship between those two things.
Bill, thank you so much for just giving me anything.
Of course. And all I require is your soul. Kidding.
Extremely, like, oh.
And chuckles.
That was in poor taste.
You see that Levistus, with your like nat 20 insight check, you see that Levistus is kind of struggling with you guys here. Not struggling to keep you guys here, but he's a devil. He works in getting souls and Faustian bargains and stuff like that. You can see he's trying to shut that part of him up. You see, it doesn't happen with Anne because he's in a deal with Anne. He's something in him is compelling him to try and make him make a deal with you guys in exchange for this information instead of just trying to give it for free. Even though technically it will help further his cause if you guys are on track with whatever you guys are doing.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Conversely, following that logic, devils have to make deals. So if you offer to cut a deal with him, he has to at least try to negotiate it. He can't just be like, no, I don't want to make a deal with you. Anything else from anyone? I think, I think Torian and Snorp are gonna start heading back. I think the chill here is starting to even get to Snorp and Torian, who are like
he's covered in fur
from the ice. Yeah. But this place is chilly. I'm gonna say Thavia heads back with them unless she's got anything she wants to say in this place.
Nope, not I'm.
You head back.
Said the plan.
Back to the door. What are the three of you doing?
Anne will watch them go, but she's hanging back in case Libus just wants to say anything to her in private.
I think I would probably start joining the group.
Ooh, Lonan actually has a question.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to try to describe the aura that she witnessed on Anne when she used her divine stuff. Because they were questioning it, but had no idea what it was. She wants to know if he has any idea what it is.
Personally, no. I do not have any idea what that could be. It is not a gift of my powers. Perhaps your nature and Anne's are mingling in some way, cosmically. They are harmonious in a way that might boost each other. Sometimes these kinds of collisions happen cosmically in nature. A fire spirit encountering a wind spirit. The simple act of them being in proximity to each other amplifies both of them. The wind gets stronger and faster as heat, and he rolls his eyes, science or whatever. And then, wind providing more oxygen to flame makes it burn hotter. That's my best guess, but it's nothing I've done. Your circus, your monkeys.
Cosmic, eh?
It sounds like you just did your homework.
I do a lot of homework.
That's good. It's good to do homework. I know it's boring in the moment, but it's boring in the moment. It really pays off.
I'm getting that feeling, yes.
He says, "Hey, good job." And you see, it can't be gold because it's ice, but a little blue star appears, on your vest.
Oh. Oh my god.
And it's got it. He can't do text or whatever because it's just ice. But there's a little embezzlement on it that says, it's a thumbs up and it says superstar.
Wow, thank you.
Yes. Though, I can tell you this. When things like that do happen in nature, it is usually a boon. It is usually to great effect. Occasionally, you will find dissonance in nature, which the proximity to those two things, limit a water elemental and a fire elemental, as it were. I'm realizing now I've just described the plot to the Pixar movie. As I said the word elemental, I'm wait, water, fire elemental. Hold on a second.
I'm not even joking. I just watched that like 3 days ago.
I haven't even seen it.
Levistus is on his movie arcs right now.
Yeah, he's watching Pixar in hell.
There's not a lot to do. There's not a lot to do when you're frozen in a block of ice. So when I get a little time between
Dude, he could catch up on One Piece right now.
He has.
Oh my god.
In the time that Anne hasn't spoken to him, he's just gone from not know any One Piece to fully.
You guys have been gone for a month. He's like, so I found this thing called One Piece.
Oh my god.
I'm not fully caught up on it yet. I still need to find out who fucking what's his name? The identity of oh fuck, I can't remember his name. It's because the DM isn't that far in One Piece yet.
I could just imagine Levistus for contract wise, he was
the identity of Caesar.
He doesn't give spoilers if you sign a contract with him.
Jesus Christ!
Sending you visions of
no, because no, dude, he hates spoilers. Spoilers are an act of betrayal.
This is true.
Oh, that's so true.
If you spoil anything, I'll kill you. I can't wait to find out who Caesar is.
I can't wait for you to find out who Caesar is.
Sister, I gotta get off Punk Hazard first. I'm stuck on Punk Hazard. I've been stuck on it for 4 years. But yes, he describes, and by what I mean by this, in case this wasn't already brought up before, because I feel like I worked it into that. I think you guys have wording bond. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I want to make sure about that.
With the insight check, does he seem like he cares at all about the connection, or just oh, it exists? That's cool.
He doesn't really. I mean, he cares in that it seems like it. Oh, good. Another thing that could help.
Helpful.
That could help. But
yeah.
But it's just.
Oh my god, look at my little and we're making friends after talking about not caring what happens after. You go, Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco.
Is there anything else?
Not from me.
All right. London starts heading back. Anna, you said you're gonna hang back?
Yeah, she hangs back a sec in case he has anything more to say to her, but if not, she'll leave. She'll say thank you.
Of course. It's very good to see you again, my dear. Remember, punch him in the teeth. As he begins just slowly drifting away. And his iceberg begins rotating back.
Anne actually lets out a Anne's Mario equivalent to Yahoo! She's gonna go punch that man in the face.
Like she just got told she was being taken to Disneyland.
Yes.
Everybody else walked back to the door and comes skipping back. All right, you all exit the door. Can I ask, you who have made the decision to appear as your old self in this place, if you exit this place, would you like to appear as your old self or your new self again?
I'm gonna say she appears as like her outfit is back to the like dress and everything, but her hair is still her hair like doesn't, or I guess her hair goes short again to where it was.
So her hair is short. Her hair is new her, so it's short and cut.
Mm-hmm.
She is no longer in the rags or in the cloaks that she was wearing before.
Right.
Fully costume change into what she was wearing before.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was her mother's.
Yeah.
After her mother's job, after all.
He's giving it back, yeah. I think he gave it back to you in the sack. I just don't think you put it on.
Yeah.
But I think it's been refitted to accompany your gains. And I think one thing else you might realize, unless you don't want it because it's perfectly aesthetic, I think your horn that is missing. I think now you have just this. It's not Chardolin.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a blue icy. It looks
crystalline.
It looks like it's not crystal though, because
it's like a more icy.
It's bone. It's bone. It's horn. It's your horn. It's back, but just it's got this icy blue hue to it instead of the normal pinkish that it usually is.
Yeah. Hell yeah. She's back. 4 horns, ready to punch this guy in the fucking mouth.
I think maybe along the ridges of the horn, there's like semblance of Chardolin, but I would not say that the horn is made of Chardolin. And
it's back.
And now I can finally give you something I made a while ago.
Yippee.
And where, my dear, would you kindly look up to add to your inventory?
I believe it's called Striking Comet.
Striking. Ooh.
Would you like to read what it does and what it says? I don't know how much D&D Beyond is going to automate the stuff it says, so keep in mind you might have to do it manual. One of the benefits to in-person, like on paper play, I find is making homebrew items, because everything is manual, so it's just easier to run. Whereas if you're trying to balance D&D Beyond's like automated rolls and your manual rolls, it's weird. So there might be some weirdness when it comes to rolling it, but like using it. But would you like to read what it says?
It says a cold iron hammer granted by Levistus, +1 warhammer. Siege weapon. When attacking an object, treat it as a critical hit and does max damage. Impact winter. Once per long rest, you can use freeze, which you strike the ground and create a 15-foot cone of ice along the ground. Creatures caught in it make a dex save against your spell save DC. On failure, they're restrained for 1 minute or until an action is taken to free them, or they take fire damage. And number 2, Frost. Strike the ground to create a 10-foot radius sphere of ice crystals centered on you. Creatures who enter the space have their speed reduced by half and take 1d4 slashing damage at the beginning of their turn. Using Impact Winter creates a thunderous crack that can be heard for 500 miles. Holy shit.
Okay, I left out one bit.
Okay.
The wielder may choose to attack recklessly.
Oh my god.
And with a reckless attack. Oh,
it works a little bit differently. It works a little bit differently than Barbarian, because on Barbarian, I think most of the time, on Barbarian, if you miss an attack, I think you can choose to attack recklessly. For you, you have to choose before you attack.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Well, I guess iron it out once I actually get to use it, since I'm not going to hit this guy in the face with a hammer right now. He's gotta do stuff.
Oh, I guess I'll go do stuff.
He's gonna do stuff.
But yes, you guys exit back into the opening here. And you find yourself back in the cold storage.
Can I unlock the door with the intention of just unlocking the door?
So you close the door behind you that led you to Levistus's domain, and it relocks itself, and then you watch as Torian just punts it down.
Oh.
Because he's a large lion man. And you see that Kaldaroth, who is just now beginning to walk away and put his keys away, watches this door explodes behind him. He's like, oh! What? No, I was. Ah! He gets this splitting headache. And you hear kind of down the hall as well, you hear somebody else go, huh! Ah! From one of the rooms off to the side. It sounds like a woman. And as he like stops clutching his head, he's like, okay. Yes, it would seem that you have been anointed arbiter of this here fort. I am pleased to make your official acquaintance. Kaldaroth is my name. I am skilled
and he's gonna punch
strategy.
him in the middle of his introduction.
Oh! you like fully like break his nose where it's like, oh, now come now. There's no need for that. It didn't come to.
And then she's gonna kick him.
You kick him you kick him in the nuts and he drops. He like throws up on the ground. This is truly a guy whose like whole deal is in the office plotting and like planning. People like much like Levistus, people are assets to him, but unlike Levistus, he's a dude. He's just he does not have the cosmic gumption to just be calling people assets. But yeah, he's on the ground. He's like, oh, good heavens. Oh, enough of that. Enough. You've had your fun.
Apologize.
I apologize. We're good now. We're square. Very well. It seems you are in charge now. What, might I ask, do you wish to do? And I think we are going to end there.
Yes.